ESPN New York. Now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Don.
You're a filth bag. You're a sex star filth bag.
Hahn.
The guy's going to be 41.
Flicking it.
And Rosenberg.
Go look at Redford in that movie right now. You'll want to hook up with him. This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
3 o'clock in the big city. It's Don, it's Hahn, and Rosenberg. Until 7. Why do you say? Wait a minute. What about the Mets? Well, the Mets. Mets realized they got a sense of cold and hot and said, you know what? I don't want to put my fans and my players into, feels like 29 with 22-degree winds, so their game starts at 4 o'clock. So we're on 880 until 3:30, and then you're going to have to flip over to the app or consume us on YouTube, which is very easy. In a way, you should be doing it anyway. But because of the Mets moving on to 880, we're with you full frontal today. And we're going to need every second of it. What's up, boys?
We got plenty to discuss.
Hi, guys.
Lots of... Really?
Why not?
It's more hi, guys.
Is that Steve Hahn now?
Because I'm looking at Hahn's hair, and I'm like, listen, if I ever were.
You think he looks better with the hair like this?
Fantastic. He's never looked better.
Don't like it? Too long?
No, it's not. You're off on something. It's more like you're not on. You didn't do. When did you do TV?
This morning.
This morning. It's been a long day.
It's been a day.
And you're done doing stuff. Right?
Well, he still has 4 hours of this show.
I'm not done. This is
and
the primary.
Last
I mean, no more
primary
TV.
job.
I mean, after this, no more television.
Nothing after today. After tonight.
Yeah, I think your hair looks like when you're not doing TV. Like you like.
Yeah. Well, I did. I shuffled home, got in a quick workout.
Look at you.
So of course, get a little sweaty.
But no shower.
Bird bath.
So
is that all right?
So just to be
clear,
is
a bird bath?
Bird bath.
Yeah. So I just want to be clear here.
You guys don't mind, do you?
No. I don't mind, but I just want to be clear.
I didn't have
about,
much time.
Hold on, but just so you know who's right when it comes to these things.
Okay.
Don specifically goes, "You look extra good today."
He
extra
does.
good.
I went, not so sure. It turns out he worked out and had a bird bath.
Yeah.
I was actually right.
The makeup's off.
I could tell.
I think he
all
looks
that
great.
off this morning.
You just like his original musk.
No,
cut of my
I think
jib.
the hair being a little fuller. I like the work done, Alan. How about that?
Worked out. You like the worked out.
No, the work done.
Worked on.
Meaning, like it needs a little work.
Yeah.
It's
not perfect. A little messy.
Well, listen.
They've seen a few things.
Listen,
all right?
This version of Alan.
He's been through some stuff.
Listen, to each his own.
This time of year for me is hamster wheel time. I mean, we're getting there.
It's not even started yet.
No, well,
it's warming up.
It gets real in 2 weeks when the playoffs begin, and the get-up schedule becomes more than just once a week. So,
well, listen,
which is what we look forward to. This is the best time of year for all of us.
Well, listen, I might as well find a midday job. Because one of the great things about we've found some help in the house now with the baby, which is fantastic.
Okay.
You also know we moved back to our old apartment, which is smaller.
I heard a rumor.
I got, guys, there's nowhere for me to be.
And no space?
We have the nannies there, baby's there, Natalie's in and out. What am I going to do? I offer nothing to anyone. It's just, I got to go. So I might as well get a midday job. I might start doing middays on like KTU. You know what I mean?
Why not?
Start playing some hits for the people. I was out today. I had a meeting somewhere. I won't say where. But I was bouncing around Midtown and walked right by Christopher Mad Dog Russo.
And? Nothing?
I gave him eye contact thinking, Will, is there any chance he'll see me and think, is that the guy who used to do something with Michael Kay?
What's up, Peter? How you doing?
Not so much.
No?
No, nothing.
Oh, wow. That's too bad.
Was he aware of you prior to you seeing him repeatedly at ESPN? When you first started seeing him there, was he aware, or was it a blank stare?
No, he made that abundantly clear, which a pleasant surprise to me.
That he did know you.
The minute he walked into the green room, the first time that I was in the green room in the old place, and he walked in right away, said hello, and just started talking to me as if he's known me for 20 years.
About?
Just everything.
Everything.
You know how he is. He just comes in and he's a ball of energy. So that was a pleasantly surprising thing.
Yeah, I didn't
but really
get that.
Nice.
I didn't get that pleasant surprise.
Yeah,
It would have been a surprise.
I just probably because a lot of people in the business consume. If I have to catch up on the Knicks, so what do? They put on the postgame show.
No,
You
it makes sense
So it's
why.
very easy to just see me there.
Totally. It makes a lot of sense why he would be familiar with the work of Alan Hahn and not the work of schlubbadoodle-doo Peter
Well, if he
Rosenberg.
was, into wrestling, he would certainly have.
I have been on ESPN New York for the last decade.
No, but
Well,
but I'm saying like
Sure.
But I was
there's
on
plenty
the
of that.
Michael K show for 20 years, and at the anniversary,
Didn't
in
know.
front of 200 paid customers and fans, turned and said, "I had no idea you were this involved in the show."
I think it was more than 200.
So hold my beer.
Yeah,
You just got ignored.
Yeah. I thought you only did the updates there, Donnie.
Really?
They let you talk.
Letting you talk a lot, Donnie, for an update guy.
Speaking of let you talk, along with all the other stuff going on, though,
Go ahead.
and the Islanders firing their coach, which was a big shock late in the season, the Devils made a very bold move yesterday, Don LaGreca.
Well, bold in the sense that it came with 5 games left in the season, but Tom Fitzgerald, or Fitz, as he likes to be called,
Fitzy?
was fired as general manager of the New Jersey Devils. So they're looking for, it could be a president/general manager. They could bring in a president and then the president bring in a general manager. So I was over there this morning, and it was really crazy how emotional everybody was. Because, the guys that talked, Jack and Luke Hughes, Timo Meyer, Nico Hischier, I mean, all of them were either drafted by, signed by, extended by
Acquired, right?
Tom Fitzgerald. Like so, and they all were close to him.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, whenever there's a shakeup like that, nobody knows what else could be looming.
Well, Keefe probably is now wondering.
Sheldon Keefe was, I thought very emotional too. He doesn't know. He literally doesn't know. Now, and I'm sure fans are going to be like, well, yeah, you're missing the playoffs. He should know that he might be losing his job. I get it. But, your team's playing well. General manager goes. New regime comes in, might love him, might hate him. So there's a lot of up in the air with the 5 games left. They're still mathematically alive, but they're not going to make it. But I will say, because I get asked by a lot of people, like, what do I think? Hey, there were expectations, missed the playoffs. These things happen. Unless you're Don Shula, you get hired to be fired. So I don't think anybody should be shocked, and this is just the way the business goes. But it was emotional for a lot of people, myself included. The day I got the job, he reached out to me.
Wow, really?
He didn't
He's
have
that
to
kind of
text
guy.
me. So, and we always got along with each other, and I was always Ben Desir about hockey, whatever. So there's the business side of it, and that could be debated, certainly. But there is an emotional side to it, and it sucks to see.
Wasn't he like the assistant GM? And then
he was
elevated
assistant
to,
under Ray.
Right.
This is around the 1-year anniversary that we lost Ray. So it was a very emotional day over at The Rock. Ray Shiro, of course, former general manager, passed away, fairly recently. And then so it's a shakeup. It happens. And I thought Sheldon Keefe was very good to say, hey, it's on me. If we're winning, we're going to the playoffs. This doesn't happen. So we put ourselves in this situation. Players, to a man that I talked to, I just said, Nico's the captain. Jack Hughes, best player on the team. Luke's his brother. Timo Meyer is a significant piece. All said, hey, if we played better, this wouldn't happen. So you can't sit there and blame or complain. Just say, hey, it's on us, man. They're going to miss the playoffs. Very disappointing season. And that's why the fans want to see change, and we saw the first shoe drop. Maybe it'll be the only shoe. Maybe there'll be others, but, it's pretty significant. So I wanted to go over there today to get a feel for it, and a lot of people were pretty emotional. You've been close to organizations before, Peter, you too as well.
Yeah, you
whether it's deserved or not, that's always up for debate, but when things like that happen, it's felt among the organization.
Well, on the island, when Patrick Waugh, who's a legend in the sport, obviously as a goaltender, but that's what all the players were saying there, too. Matt Barzal, he's like, it's on us. It's our fault. Like, there's been a lot of whispers that did he lose the room and all those things, but all the players just kept saying the same thing, is that the guy worked hard. He wanted it badly. He put everything into it. We weren't good enough. And they have to wear it and they have to carry it. And it's all part of the business, of course, but still, it's when it happens, when it happens in the offseason, everybody left, it's a little different. The fact that it happens and the season's almost over, and that's the first shoe to drop, it generally isn't the last, it is a very interesting move. And then now, of course, it's like, where do you go from here? Because there's a lot of talent on that roster, Donnie.
There's a lot
I've
of
been watching
talent.
them all
It's
season.
a really good job.
And this run they're having towards the end of the season is kind of showing you when they're healthy,
Hey,
this is a pretty good team.
No, it's a very attractive job. There's some big names out there.
Yep.
I mean, obviously, Brendan Shanahan, he's somebody that gets thrown out there, former Devil. He was there for John McClain's night. A lot of different people are going to be very, very interested. Meta, who is the assistant general manager in Florida under Barry Zito, he's a local kid.
And this isn't a Brodeur thing, like president, and then get somebody to do front office stuff for you.
That could happen
Brodeur,
too.
So that's not a crazy thought?
There's a lot of thoughts. The what is it? From Golden State.
Bob Myers.
He's involved in it. There's a lot. There's the business because again.
I forgot.
And that's also when you look at sports now, Peter. It's that sometimes you bring in the president, general president, and he brings in a GM. Sometimes you get somebody to do both.
Right.
Remember the Rangers. They had the structure of John Davidson was the president and Jeff Gorton was the general manager. Maybe a guy comes in does
right.
They've got you've got to. There's no interim, so they're looking right now. And part of the reason they let Fitz go when they did is because this gives him a fighting chance to get a job someplace else. A lot of rumors around Nashville. He was their first captain. So that's – and make no mistake, Patrick Waugh was let go to try to create a spark, bring in DeBoer. They couldn't afford to wait because DeBoer was going to be gone like 3 seconds after the season is over. Tortorella in Vegas – he wouldn't have been around for Vegas if they waited till they got bounced in the first round or whatever.
What, Cassidy's the only one left that's really like a high-level available coach, right?
These guys, I'm telling you, we were joking at the skate today. When we're flying home from Boston, that's our last game next Tuesday, we're going to land, turn on our phones, and we're going to see 7 coaches got fired. 5 of them have already been filled. That's going to happen so quickly. So best of luck to Tom Fitzgerald in New Jersey. I know a lot of the fans are happy. They were not thrilled with some of his moves or whatever, but, he was a good man. He was, and he treated me well, and we'll see if it ends up being the right move or the wrong move, but things have to happen when you have a disappointing season. The Knicks are trying to avoid a disappointing season, and I got to tell you,
well, they have 51 wins.
That hit different last night.
It did. It did. And now, it's so funny, too, because so many of friends of mine who are Knicks fans, and I actually saw it on our chat last night after the game was over, which was funny to me because, I'm watching this game, and I'm saying, this game was from start to finish competitive, fun. This is what you're looking for, not the playing the Wizards or the Grizzlies, which we've seen maybe too much of in the last couple of weeks. This was a hell of a game. Let me remind everybody that the Atlanta Hawks came into that game winners of 18 of their last 20 games. 20 is a quarter of the season.
It's a lot.
They also had the best defense in the league over that stretch. They have been a different team since they traded Trae Young. And they rose from 10th to 5th with a shot, although last night's loss didn't help them, a shot at 4th. So they have been one of the hottest teams in the league. They haven't lost at home since February 20th.
Sheesh.
That's 6 weeks ago.
To you and me.
You know what I mean?
If it was a day.
If it was a day. Right after the All-Star break. 1 loss. That's it. So all those things were setting up last night. And then on top of it, freaking CJ McCollum hits a 3/4 court off the glass that, you're not trying to foul there. You're not trying to do anything. You're just there's 1 second left. Go ahead. Throw one from half court. You're not making it. He banked it in. Total luck shot. But it didn't count. But so it was a great game. It was a fun game. And it was the first time, although in some of these other games, OKC and when they've played a good team, the Knicks have really battled. But this was another level that I saw out of them from start to finish, rotations, the players who came in the game. That felt like this is a ramp up for the playoffs. A lot of people wanted to say it was a playoff game. I wouldn't call that a playoff game, but it was definitely ramping up to a playoff game. That was good to see. And they won it, which was also an important part of it. But yet, it still felt like people were disappointed because you almost had to go to overtime.
We got to stop.
That team's good.
No, but sometimes you wonder,
twice.
Honestly, and I don't mean to jump anybody, but when you hear that reaction, you wonder if some people actually pay attention to other teams besides the Knicks and the Celtics and OKC.
This morning,
because you just outlined why you should get excited about beating the Atlanta Hawks. and why you should try to avoid having to play them in the first round.
Oh, yeah, you're out of your mind if you want to be the 4th seed. No way. No. I'll take the Sixers, even with the fact that they have a healthy Paul George. I'll take that over that Hawks team all day long.
But, I saw this on social media, and usually when I see gripes from fans, I kind of roll my eyes. But I think this was legitimate.
All right.
That we'll jump the Knicks. If they lost last night, we'd have jumped all over.
Oh, yeah.
But when they win, it's like, oh, well. No, there are certain times. Now, I'm not celebrating, beating the Sacramento Kings by 20.
No.
But there's nothing wrong. It was, first of all, great game.
It was very entertaining game.
I thought Kat after the game was hilarious. Like the interview, the post game, just shouting out his dad.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a game tonight. That was cool.
Yeah.
Like
He knew it.
You can have those moments, and I still don't know why it takes so long for him to be on the same page with everybody. But you know what? He played well. The team played well. It's a nice win. And then whatever these next three are, they are.
And remembering that this is a team you could be seeing in such a short time. To see them put up that effort, because we talked about yesterday, off the air at least, and a little bit on the air, what are they going to show you?
Yeah, I was curious. And you know what? I thought straight vanilla. Remember I told you, really, what are you going to get out of this?
You said you expected very vanilla.
I thought vanilla, and you just want to see, can you raise your level effort-wise and just try to out-talent them? And that didn't happen.
Well, did they show too much?
No, I think it was almost like a little bit of a like here's what you should expect. Because we need to see it in live action, right? So you, as a coach, you want to play it, and you want to play it against a good defensive team. Let's see how they deal with this. And I've wondered all year why they haven't done this, and they finally did it. And they did it almost 30 minutes of it out of the 48-minute game they were doing this. And the Hawks couldn't do a damn thing with it. And it was very simple. Take your two best players and put them in action together on offense. And make the defense choose your poison. Which way are you going to go? Well, you got to double Brunson. They were trying to trap him early in the game, so Brunson wasn't really a big part of the offense scoring-wise. But Towns was. And Towns is like, wait, you're going to double him. You're leaving me with this little dude. And I'm just going to drive to the basket all day long. And when you bring another double, they help. I'm kicking it out, and we're going to knock down threes. The problem was early on, the Knicks couldn't make any of those threes. Ton of open threes off of just two passes. The offense looked spectacular, not just good. It was unreal.
And Kat was very active.
And that's why after the game he was so happy, because early in the game he felt part of it. And it wasn't like he had to score a ton. In fact, I think he only took 3 shots in the first quarter. But he had 3 assists. He was passing the ball. He was making decisions. He was involved in action, screens, moving. He felt part of it. And I'm telling you, we've wondered all year, when are they going to get him involved more offensively, especially early in the game? You saw it last night, and then all of a sudden what you saw from him is a guy that now was engaged defensively and made a couple of really important defensive plays throughout the game. And so now you have an engaged team where everybody feels part of it. And Brunson still, when there was 5 minutes to go, could still be that guy and scored 14 of the last 16 points, clutch bucket after clutch bucket, and they won the game. That's the formula to me. If you're going to be a team that is expected to make a run and you want to see it, that's what I saw last night against a really good defensive team that's got a ton of length and has been playing high-level defense for the better part of the last quarter of the season. It was a very impressive win. It was one that you needed to see. And I don't know what the rest of this season's going to mean. Thursday could mean nothing to the Celtics. It could mean nothing to them. They might say, well, do you play Tatum Thursday at the Garden because it's the scene of the crime and let him get it out of his system rather than a second-round matchup? That's his first time touching the Garden floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you have Tatum play that game? Maybe you do, maybe you don't.
I don't know.
But if the game doesn't mean anything to them as far as the standings goes, then how do the Celtics handle that game? How do the Knicks handle that game? And then, of course, Toronto, the same thing, and then Sunday. So you don't know. All I know is this. With all the complaining about what this Knicks season looked like, they matched last season's win total. 51. And they still have 3 games left.
3 games to eclipse it.
And I've told you already about the numbers this year. So I liked what I saw last night. It looked like something that if they can master this in the playoffs, their offense could be a lot to handle.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear from you at 1-800-919-3776. You know, we talk so much about where the Knicks should be. Beginning of the season, it was NBA Finals or bust. Then during the course of the season, it's like, I don't know. All right, that was a big win last night. We've established, I think, the Knicks are going to be the 3 seed. What are they going to be? What are your expectations right now? Forget about the summer. Forget about the beginning of the season. Forget about how you felt at the end of the year or when they brought Mike Brown in. Right now, what is it, April 7th?
Mm-hmm.
What is your expectation for this Knicks team? 1-800-919-3776. It's now time for the Mets starting lineup, and it is brought to you by Ramsey Mazda, as the Mets are going to be playing coming up at 4 o'clock. So we're going to leave you on 880 in just a couple of minutes, and then you're going to be listening to us on the app or on YouTube. So the starting lineup, Lindor is going to lead off and play shortstop. Bichette at third, batting second. Blanco is batting third, the DH. Robert Jr. is batting cleanup in center field. Beatty fifth in right field. Vientos sixth at first. Simeon is at second. Carson Bench is in left field batting eighth. And Alvarez is your catcher, and he will bat ninth as Peralta, 1-0 on the season, will be going up against the Arizona Diamondbacks, the start of that 3-game series. That was the amazing starting lineup, which is brought to you by Ramsey Mazda. Get more for your money at Ramsey Mazda, like a new 2026 Mazda CX-50 or Mazda CX-90. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. So in mere moments, we'll go over to the Mets, who decided to move this game to 4 because it's going to be cold tonight. Yankees are going to keep their game at night, so we'll find out who won.
The day wasn't so bad, though. The day wasn't so bad.
The day's chilly, but it's fine. I am
It's really
curious
about what tonight's going to be.
But that's what I'm saying. What
Trying to figure that out.
What do you think their logic is?
With the Yankees?
Yeah.
I think it's just sticking with...
They're playing a Jabroni Series, too. Can't imagine it's crazy ticket sales. I wonder why...
It's just probably easier.
It was more complicated. I wonder if it was a matter of players on one team carrying more than players on another.
Could be that. Could be I don't feel like giving any discounts or any refunds.
Because the Mets yesterday
don't want that.
The Mets not only, would allow you a refund, they also gave away tickets to these 2 games.
Yeah.
They came out and made a statement saying to show appreciation of the fan base, they're giving away freebies today and tomorrow.
Yeah. And I guess the Yankees are going to say, listen, our tickets are more valuable. We've already got more pre-sold.
Well, they're not going to say anything.
Do it.
No, they won't say anything.
They won't say a word at all.
This is how the game
but
is scheduled
I think that would probably be...
We're going to play at 7 o'clock.
The argument.
But you're making the argument against the Mets. What's the argument for the Yankees?
Yeah, the Yankees
not
are saying,
against the Mets.
No. Cam Schlittler will be on the mound at 7:05.
Right.
He has planned to do that. He's always expected to do that, and that's what he's going to do.
And he's going to bring that Schlitt.
Yeah.
Now,
Don, I don't recommend that for you.
Yeah.
That's
Schlitt?
No.
I don't want to start playing this. I don't think you should start
I've
playing
got to overcome it. How else do you do it but trial by fire?
Just say it over and
We've
over.
got a dump button.
We should just get you the beer.
Everyone sit back.
Remember
and
Schlitz. I remember.
Yeah.
Now, at 7 o'clock, it's going to be 44.
Feels like?
I don't have a feels like here.
You got to have the feels like.
I'm at weather.com. How did they not give me a feels like?
We'll keep going. 44. What is it ending at?
Well, then it's 42, then 41. And then at 10 o'clock, it's 38. However,
38
at first pitch, 20-mile-per-hour winds.
Yeah. I got 29 degrees first pitch. Feels like.
It feels like 29 at first pitch.
No, it's bad.
But you know what though?
For baseball,
with the stadium packed, all that body heat.
Get have a couple beers.
It's going to warm
Gonna have
up.
Sir,
have a
we've
couple
never
of
met.
Bud
So could you breathe on me because I'm really cold?
No, it's going to be great. I mean, think about it. The bleachers, they'll be all fired up. I bet you they'll be fans shirtless.
By the way, I'm fully.
That's how excited they are.
Fully congested again, Don. Fully sick. Happened to me as of this weekend. I don't know.
I wonder if it's allergies now, because I've finally
never was an allergy guy.
My cough. I'm not like hacking along. Sore throat.
Well,
and I still sound a little nasally, don't I?
Dust and all that stuff can happen. You go back.
Yeah, you know what?
No, but I moved from a place where one of the things I hated about my old terrible apartment was that the heat was up so high that every night I woke up dry every day.
Brutal.
Now I don't have that, but I just happened to get sick.
But when you pick up boxes and all that stuff, move back, you don't know what's kicking up in the air.
Well, listen, we're with you.
Thank you.
And we're with you.
Or you gave it to me.
The rest of the way on the app or on YouTube.
Get there.
Because here on 880, we're going to move over to our coverage of the Mets and the Diamondbacks.
See on YouTube,
Go to
folks.
YouTube. Go to the app.
Come
it's
on
where you
over.
should be consuming us anyway. Nick calls coming up at 1-800-919-3776. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Attention, New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios home internet for an incredible $20 a month, guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON now. For new Fios customers with autopay, mobile and home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios base monthly rate only. Additional terms apply.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. Good afternoon. We've got the Mets home over at Citi Field. First pitch less than an hour away. Jammed at the Whitestone Bridge trying to make your way into Queens. Some police department activity on the Bronx side. Traffic is backed up onto the southbound Hutch. After that, looking pretty good on the expressway southbound heading toward the stadium. Bumper to bumper on the BQE eastbound right after the LIE. A broken down car with its hood up in the right lane. That is you solid from Metropolitan Avenue in Brooklyn. Best of it's the outbound George, looking good on the West Side Highway in Henry Hudson. Inbound George, still have some road work on the upper deck, about 15 to 20 minutes using 80, 95, and 46. A little bit better from the Route 4 approach. Outbound Lincoln and Holland tunnels about 10 minutes each. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up, too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
You're listening to 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you until 7 o'clock. Consuming us on the app or on YouTube. John Harbaugh spoke. We've got that coming up in a little while.
Oh, did he speak?
We also have a Talk About It Tuesday coming up at 4:30.
That's something to talk about. On the Giant front, quickly,
I
got a little beef with Renaud.
Interesting.
And you know me, I'm not into man drama. So, like, for me to speak up.
Not into man beef.
No. Well, I'm not into that either. But
that could have been
yesterday, if you remember, he comes on with us, which we certainly appreciate. The first thing I asked him was, like, Dex is looking for money, obviously, right? And he's like, oh, no, it's not that. And then by the end of the call, all he's talking about is how, they'll rework his deal, they'll give him some money, and he'll feel better, and everything will be fine. And I'm like, isn't that what I was kind of saying at the very beginning of the call? So how did we get from no, it's not about money to by the end of the conversation, it's literally, they'll pay him and he'll be happy. I kind of missed that.
Yeah.
Did I ask the question incorrectly? Did I not word it properly? Is that why he told me no? And then at the end of the conversation, pretty much what I was saying, he confirmed.
Because that's how the player would deal with it. No, I never said it was about the money. Just a little disappointed we haven't won. I'm taking a look at some former teammates, people that I was
your
close
coach,
to.
man. You haven't
Well,
played
that's
for
why I
anybody
brought it
like
up to
this.
him yesterday. Listen, if anybody deserves a second chance, the Giants went out got the best coach available.
I mean, come on.
You've got to develop a young quarterback, 5th overall pick in the draft.
Dex, all that you've been through, this is now when you want to jump ship? This is the time for you to leave. Oh, I can't take it anymore. We're a joke of a franchise. Now, you got the quarterback, you got a top 5 pick, and you've got one of the best coaches in the league. Now's the time? No. This is strictly about finances.
Yeah. And the way it's going, seems like all former Jets and Giants go to Tennessee. So if Tennessee gave him the money, you any closer to winning?
No. Sorry. Dexter Lawrence is too good a player for that. It's only the bad players from
the bad Jets and Giants go there.
Not the best play. Is Dexter Lawrence? Dexter Lawrence is the best player on the Giants.
If you put the Jets and Giants roster on a piece of paper and said who is the highest rated player on both rosters, he's got to be one.
He probably has the highest Madden score.
I would think
he's got to.
Now, had Nabers gotten hurt, I'd have a belief in my heart that Nabers would have been right there playing one more year. But we didn't see it.
We'll see.
What can
We'll get into this a little bit later on. But now I'm all of a sudden hearing like it almost feels like a pipe dream. He'll be ready for opening day, Nabers. So I don't know if that's going to make them go out and draft a weapon offensively or maybe a wide receiver.
All you need is love.
Yeah. Well,
I know you hate the mocks, but Donnie, it's a real thing. Whatever's happened between Tennessee and the Giants and those 2 picks and that player, it's very interesting.
No, I don't mind talking about a mock on a given day, but 17 of them.
Schrager had one out
some of them still are dripping from where they pulled it out of.
Oh no.
That's when you lose me. All right. Knicks, expectations, big win last night, 1-800-919-3776. Let's start it off with John in Queens. You're on ESPN New York. Hi, John.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Good, man.
Hey, John.
Hey, so I believe Cat is the key to us making a run. So I want to ask you if you agree. I think his biggest issue, and granted he's been better, obviously, yesterday, but the complaining with the refs, and then it seems like, like point-blank shots. I don't know if you've seen this, Alan, but, to me, it's like the equivalent of, a routine ground ball. He'll miss them, when he's so close to the basket. I wonder if you guys agree with that.
I have seen him this season struggle at the rim at times. He has been dealing with a knee that's been bothering him, and there are times where he will let you know that it's, The elevation's not there. I don't know. I just think when he's locked in, when he feels part of it, when his mood's where it needs to be, he's a different player. And as much as I know, we kind of, people give him a hard time because his personality is kind of quirky. He's a sweetheart of a guy, but he does have a funny personality about him, and he is emotional. But I also know that when he's locked in, he's one of the best players in the league. An insane scorer. So the goal every night is, especially in the playoffs, make sure that guy's locked in. And I saw that last night, and he was involved. Let's see if that formula sticks.
He was active, it felt like, every possession.
And defensively, which is more important. And getting big boy rebounds in traffic.
No press, Cat. But if you do that, if he brings that every night, this team competes for a championship, in my opinion. That is.
I think you're right.
It's the biggest difference.
Yeah,
because
I think you're right.
Because you have to remember, Cat is essentially an all-world talent.
Mm-hmm.
He's a 7-footer who can knock down step-back threes. Who was it we had on the show? Who do we just have on the show? Maybe from our Big East show, one of the Big East legends, who was saying that he may be the best big man. Was it Charles Smith? Charles Smith. He may be the best big man shooter. He's in the conversation all time.
Think about
that's
this.
how good he is.
He just did something where it comes to, I think it's like 1,000 threes made and then an X amount of rebounds and points, like faster than anybody in NBA history. Big man.
Yeah, he's a unicorn.
Because Dirk, as great of a shooter he wasn't a rebounder. Right? You think of all the big men that were great shooters that shot threes, they didn't rebound. He does the skill part, like the finesse, but he still does something that, while nobody wants to give him credit for being tough and strong, rebounding, man, in this game, rebounding's effort and determination and physicality. And this guy, for another year, is averaging a double-double, is number 2 in the league in rebounding, and leading the league in double-doubles this season. So you got to give credit where credit's due. Just because it doesn't look tough, it doesn't mean it isn't.
Well, no, he talks a lot, he flails a lot, but he goes hard. If he could bring this every night, we are having.
Well, that's why
they're a superstar team.
I think when we talk about the most important people, because I think we take Brunson and you make him the expected. What's the expected? Brunson's going to be there, right? Averages 30 a game in the playoffs as a Knick. He's a clutch player. It's already there. So you put him as the expected. The variable that if it becomes the expected is what unlocks the championship potential. It's obviously Towns. It's obviously Towns.
But he's an enigma corn in the sense he's an enigma, but is also a unicorn. He's a unicorn that at that height can shoot so well from the perimeter, and yet not every night.
Yeah.
You just said it. If he plays every night like he did last night,
game changer.
He's a game changer.
And
he doesn't have it. That's the enigma part.
Now, you talk about the conversation we have over and over again, the meals for life, the treated like a god in New York. If he brought it for an entire playoff, and
just
they
give me
won
2 months, right?
It would be 2 months for the rest of his life.
Just give me 2 months.
The rest of his life.
2 months where you just all the BS.
Because they can't do it without him.
But
they can't do it without 100%
that I
of
agree
him.
with.
My history tells me, just from following sports, that when you are that way, you're that way for life.
But I don't need...
You can't even give me 2 months?
Just 2 months. I don't need the rest of your life.
But that's not what he does. That's why he was available to begin with, right? Like that's how you got him. That's why Minnesota's like, all right, I'm ready, because it doesn't happen.
It's crazy.
At any moment.
6-time All-Star, and yet...
Now, can you get a series? Give me a series. But to ask him to do that consistently for 2 months, listen, I hope so.
It's 4 rounds.
But
that's all you need.
Let me ask you, is it going to happen?
Like I said, if they play like they did last night and get him involved, I've seen him. When he's not involved, you see the body language. It's awful.
Right. Well,
when he's involved early, he is like he's at Rucker Park.
Right, but will
Big
he
smile
play
on his
that
face, trying to do stuff. Like he's loose and he's into it, and all of a sudden now he's trying to get steals.
All you need it for is 16 times.
Like, you know what this is?
Give it to me for 16 times.
But it's as simple as this. If your wife wanted you to do something that she knows you don't want to do, she knows exactly what buttons to push to get you to do it. The Knicks have to figure that out with him.
Yeah.
What do I need to do every game to make sure that you are feeling so good, you're willing to do things that you normally wouldn't do?
I know, but there's a coach or coaches that he'll go through that'll figure out ways to make sure he doesn't get involved and gets frustrated. It'll be interesting to follow and see.
Who's that in the East? Embiid? Can't keep up with him. Who is it? Give me the team that's got somebody that'll match up with him before you get to the West.
But
because there isn't one. Like Boston doesn't have the Porzingis who used to give him a hard time.
There's ways to coach around a way to try to take him out.
Yeah, they get physical, they get low on him, and all that stuff.
I mean, so it might not be a particular matchup, and there might be a night where he's not getting the calls. Sometimes it's just on him.
Well, one game out of a 7. That's the beauty of it's not a one-game elimination.
Right, but
it can happen once in a series. It can happen twice in a series.
Let's see if we can find that consistency. Spike and St. Pete, you're in ESPN New York.
Hey, boys. First of all, Alan, you got your synergy in the fourth quarter. How about our discussion last Wednesday when Peter was off with you and Don? You couldn't figure out the synergy. It was there last night. Weak side two-man game. And
that was the most important thing, Spike. That two-man game that they were playing, the Hawks were like, what do we do here? They were sending Dyson couldn't get over the screen. Daniels, who guards Brunson, couldn't get over the screen. They had to get help from Okongwu.
Right.
And then Okongwu was like, wait, I got to get back to Cat. So now we're back to one-on-ones again. So the trapping they tried to do, it suddenly was blown up by just these two guys being together.
They confused them. And Dyson Daniels may be the best defender in the East, hands down. That's what I'm seeing. But I also see Deuce coming around. Look, when you play the two bigs, they're tough to beat. But for Peter, also, I know he's a big Celtic fan. I keep going over who the matchups are, 2-3, 2-3. I looked it up. Boston made 25 out of 100 threes. In 2 games, had a 20-point lead in both. That's not happening again, guys. It's just not happening again. And I give Boston coach all the credit in the world. And I told you guys about Charles Lee. They keep losing pieces and players, and they're going to be a tougher out this year. Orlando with Wendell Carter may be a little problem because Franz Wagner's back. I've been waiting for 3 years for them to be a pain in the ass, and they haven't gotten there yet. Their coach is probably on the line. Yep. So anyway, that was a great fourth quarter, and it shows you it can be done. Can they repeat it? Remains to be seen. And I think you're going to see those 9 play. I think that's it. I'm waiting for Shamet to get hot, and because he's a good defender. Yep. And if he just squares up, he's going to make that shot. Yep. It was a great win, but the last play confused me. Why has he got Brunson on the guy from Lehigh? I always forget his name.
McCollum?
Yeah.
Well, the bigger debate is with 1.5 seconds to go, and you're up 2 with the free throw. Up 2 with the free throw.
Gotcha, miss it.
Do you purposely miss the free throw? Throw it as hard as you can off the rim. So that because I believe once it hits the rim, the clock starts.
Yeah, but that's like with 8-10s throwing the ball straight up in the air. It's a spur of the moment decision. Your instincts.
But you can't run a play. If you make the free throw, they can run a play, and that's exactly what they did. They did a curl play. McCollum got it. Brunson didn't want to foul at that point because you don't want to get the 3-point foul, and you make him make a great shot. Which that was come on, he's not making that. But 9 more times he tries that, he's not making it.
3 years ago, they got burned with Dirk when he was not Dirk with Doncic down 2 in the free throw, and they collided. They collided on the baseline, so 1 in 1,000. I foul in that situation. I foul.
You foul the minute he catches the ball. Yeah.
Yeah, I foul. Anyway, that was a great win. The Boston game may be something or nothing in a few days.
I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna find out. But Jaylen Brown won't shut up. He keeps talking about the Knicks, though. They are salivating to play this team. Revenge factor on a million, which just juices it up, makes it more fun.
Certainly does. Hopefully it will have some meaning. But if not, they'll meet when it definitely is going to be big time. Wait a couple of weeks, and that'll be in the postseason. 1-800-919-3776. Lots to get to. Talk about it Tuesday at 4:30. Ian at 6. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg till 7 on ESPN New York.
Wow, that's a lot of distractions. Why don't you just focus on the road?
Relax, I'm a great driver.
What about other drivers? Not everyone's a great driver.
I can watch out for them. I'll be fine.
Watch out! In 2023, more than 3,200 people died due to distracted drivers. Keep your eyes on the road. This message brought to you by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
Discover where your future can take you at SUNY Canton's Spring Open House on Saturday, April 25th. Explore exciting new programs like data science and analytics and cybersecurity, designed to prepare you for today's most in-demand careers. Tour campus, meet faculty, connect with current students, and sit down with financial aid representatives. Plus, attendees can enter for a chance to win a scholarship. For registration details and information about courtesy bus trips from New York, email admissions@canton.edu. SUNY Canton, your future starts here.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, we've seen it all, and we're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box. Get started at hrblock.com.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Smalls here. What if you could enjoy the flavor of a cocktail without the alcohol? Meet RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category that delivers bold taste and a warming sensation, but with 0 alcohol, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and 0 calories. So you can celebrate with friends, unwind after a long day, and wake up tomorrow feeling great. It's all the ritual of a drink without the regret. Discover RK at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, the spirit without the alcohol.
Step inside the game you love with the NBA app. Tap to watch every game as it's happening.
Jalen Brunson does it again!
And never miss a moment of the jaw-dropping action. Get closer to the players than anywhere else. Follow the latest schedules, scores, and stats. Keep up with every story from across the league. And with NBA ID, it's all personalized to you. The game lives here. Download today.
Subscribe to ESPN New York on YouTube. Stream the full Weekday Lineup live. Watch complete replays or catch up fast with can't miss highlights. Jump into the live chat, react in real time, and make your voice part of the show. Subscribe to ESPN New York on YouTube now and stay locked in so you never miss a moment. You might be new to it today. expected to listen on 880, but now the Mets coverage kicked you over to YouTube. Welcome and subscribe. As the kids say, smash the subscribe button.
Smash it. Pound it, Donnie. Pound it.
Oh, great drop. Dead.
Now, all you need to do is just tap it once, right? So
yeah,
you could smash it. Only the first hit really does anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure why people need to smash. Now, speaking of
aggressive.
Speaking of YouTube, I've noticed a couple times today an updated graphic they have for DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Oh.
It's very troubling. You guys seen it?
No.
That photo of Rick and Dave?
Oh, that's been up for a little while.
That's been a while? I just saw it today.
Where Dave just doesn't look right.
Yeah, it looks like...
What does he look like?
You talking about the one on the couch?
I don't know what
I think they're
It's in the circle, right?
Yeah, but
on
I
the
think
YouTube?
they're embracing and...
Yeah, well, the picture that you don't see, of course, because it's edited, is that they're sitting on the couch to promote the Couchcast.
Okay.
So they're looking back, picture people turning around and taking a picture from behind a couch. And so what they used, because I think it was Rick that said he hated the picture of them, those two just kind of staring like into the void of the last picture they had. Mm-hmm. So they used that one instead now.
But the look on Dave's face...
Yep.
It's kind of like planes, trains, and automobiles. Those aren't pillows.
Yeah,
like Rick's hand ventured somewhere.
Oh.
And Dave likey.
Oh. That's what you're suggesting.
Yes.
I'm looking to see if we can see it again. Do you know if it'll come up again?
Yeah, during a commercial break.
Do we have an option to pull it up if you just wanted to, Anthony?
I wouldn't hurt anybody.
Let me get back to you. I'll figure it out.
Effort, if you can.
Efforting as we speak. It is good. He's got like a goofy face, and
it's troubling.
I think we're talking about the same.
I think we are too.
I think it'll pop up during the break.
Very disappointed. I think all of us were in Drop Madness, and we'll have to revisit whether that's something we continue to do.
But congratulations to Carlin. It shouldn't diminish his victory.
No, it's a huge win no matter how you cut it.
Because no matter how you felt about Drop Madness, I think it produced maybe the greatest drop of all time.
Yeah, I mean the winner of Drop Madness is frankly one of the greatest drops of all time. And today we posted on the Instagram page the original video of the drop. I'd forgotten about the visual of it.
I forgot about it too.
Carlin posted it, didn't he?
I think he may have collaborated.
Yeah.
It's a
What, he had like a GoPro in there or something?
Yeah. I mean, they were filming the booth.
Mm-hmm.
And it might not even be a GoPro.
So it could have been evidence.
You mean had he not made it?
Had he expired.
I think it was someone put their hand, you couldn't see who it was, but as he's almost dying, you see a hand on his back and like patting him, like as if it's going to be okay, which was odd.
This is college football.
You would think that instead of patting him on the back gently, maybe a Heimlich, maybe a little effort, nothing.
It's also funny to watch Chris going through it because he's calm at first. He's sort of like still reaching over for the mute button, kind of like, all right, I'm going to figure this out. I think I'm fine. And then it just starts to grab.
Took over.
Out of nowhere. Oh, Don's viewing it right now.
I can't hear it, but I'll see it.
But look, you see how long he stays calm for a while. He's reading the sheet. And then here's the first cough, hits the cough button, not a big deal. Let me go back and talk more. Let me hit the cough button again. This isn't working out. And he just can't pull it together.
The tap on the shoulder / back is more for, listen, you don't feel like you're dying alone.
I'm here with you.
Here's some human contact.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to go.
There's no way that was going to dislodge anything.
No,
you'd think there'd be a greater effort to help him in that.
So I'm going to go to the great beyond with you.
No, I'm going to comfort you as you go to the great beyond.
In this time.
Then when somebody says, well, did you do anything? Well, I
was there.
I pat him on the back. I let him know it's going to be all right.
I don't think either of you are. I don't think either of you follow the private Maya account. I'll send it to you, Alan.
I didn't
You're
know
not
one
going to.
existed.
First, we're all hearing of it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Well, it's a back and forth between me and Natalie because she wants it to just be open so people could. And I don't want strangers following my daughter. So as a result, though, friends don't even know about it.
Okay.
Now, Don, even if I gave it to you, I don't know if you could figure out how to follow if you're logged into your Instagram page.
He doesn't.
No,
He's not.
the state that I am in with social media.
It's
I'm not
owned
going to
by
dive
India,
back into
I think.
Instagram. Instagram told me when they hacked my account like 7 years ago, we're good, and I reciprocated. I'm good too.
I'm sending it to the group chat.
All right.
This is the private page. If any of you want to follow the happenings of Maya, it's just for friends and family. But Don, this video yesterday do you remember these days? Just made my day.
Oh yeah,
Maya just enjoying a full orange. Each suck on the peel, just the most delightful experience. I could watch this video all day long.
I just love that's what's great about having kids when they discover different flavors and.
You ever give her a lemon? It's hysterical.
By the way, she was into it.
So was Callie.
Yeah, she had no issue with it.
Callie would just keep asking for more lemons, and she'd make that face, and then just keep going.
Exactly, a little bit bitter, but I like it.
But I don't mind it. Yeah.
I've got memories that come up, and Nancy and I were debating whether this was a chicken nugget or not. But like you see, Marco.
Oh, let me see. I need to see it. What are you holding? Who are you holding it for?
Are you holding
I don't know who you're holding.
I'm trying to get it for both of you.
Oh no, let me see
That's
first.
not going to work.
And there's first he licked it, then the little nibble, and he's like, "Should I commit fully to a bite?" Yeah, I'm gonna.
I can't believe that these like pop up as memories. And he's a tiny baby, and now he's in drop madness.
Now he's like, yeah, that's it. Alan could look at it independently as we go to Paul in Florida. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Paul?
Hey guys, great to have when the phone pops up those memories of the kids. Mine's 15, and it does it to me all the time.
It is great.
God, even at 15, the iPhones have been around so long that you're getting memories from your kid being like 4, huh?
Exactly, yeah.
That's
And it's
crazy.
hilarious. I'm a teacher down here, and he goes to high school with me. And some days something will pop up from when he was like at the preschool around the corner. And it's like, how has that much time gone by? It feels like a month.
I just want to go back and say one more time before I let you get to your point, Paul. At the beginning, I was being defensive with you guys. Don, again, this is someone conceding a point, something we're going to teach you as the years go on. When I first had the baby, you guys fought with me. We almost got into a big fight because you were saying time goes fast, and I was saying, I know.
Right.
I did know, and I still don't even fully know. But what I now do know after a year and change in is how unfathomable it's going to be because of the amount that I adore every single moment that she has. So to now think of her like if I were a teacher and now she's just sauntering down the hallway as a teenager, my brain.
No, but
Paul,
it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. All right, so Paul, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, that was great. That's exactly how I feel. The Knicks game last night, the gentleman I answered the phone said it perfectly. It kind of epitomized the season for me. There were flashes in there where I looked at it and went, wow, if Cat's doing this, if they're rotating like this, we could take on anyone in the East. But then there were other moments, particularly at the beginning and then at the very end, where they slipped back into turning the ball over unforced.
Right.
Forgetting to cover someone. Like the three they hit before the shot that didn't
count. The one that cut it to one. Yes.
Right.
Unreal how he could be left. That was Bridges. Bridges just gambled and cheated, and it's like, man, just stay on your guy. Like, what do you do? Why would
they're not a perfect
of all people, by the way. Like, you can identify guys who are shooters. If I told you C.J. McCollum, what is he known for? Shooting threes. That's it. Nothing else. Just shooting threes. So don't leave him. But he's so right, though. The early turnovers, they had like 9 in the first quarter. And it's like, this was not great defense causing turnovers. This was just bonehead. Why would you make that pass? Why'd you throw it at his feet? Like all those things that you just got to clean that crap up.
Listen, they're not perfect.
No, they're not. They're wonderfully flawed.
Yeah, they're a talented team that if they could put it together could make a run, but they constantly remind you that if they don't put it together, it could be an early exit. That's why they are so maddening and fascinating at the same time. John Harbaugh spoke. We'll dive into that. Talk about it Tuesday at 4:30, ENN at 6, right up till 7 o'clock. Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, new Verizon Mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabits per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios Internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
FanDuel has your back with a special mulligan bet back token this week in golf. Once the tournament starts, you can turn any losing bet into a bonus bet for another try. Now you've got protection to take that sleeper pick or make a bold prediction. Backing someone to win it all? Go for it. Like someone for a top 5 finish? Like it with confidence, because if it doesn't hit, you've got that mulligan in your back pocket ready to go. That's FanDuel.com/local to claim your special mulligan bet back token. Once the tournament starts, you can turn any losing bet into a bonus bet for another try. Now you've got protection to take that sleeper pick or make a bold prediction. Backing someone to win it all? Go for it. Like someone for a top 5 finish? Like it with confidence, because if it doesn't hit, you've got that mulligan in your back pocket ready to go. 21 or over, physically present in New York, option required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply, including token expiration. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
If you run a commercial trades business, you're constantly monitoring your cash flow and profitability. You're working hard to manage complex projects and accounts, all while generating new business. But your outdated software just isn't cutting it. If that's the case, it's time to upgrade to Service Titan, the all-in-one solution built for long-term growth. Find out how the most successful specialty contractors are fueling their business today. Visit ServiceTitan.com to learn more. That's ServiceTitan.com.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
What's up, my friends? This is Francisco Lindor.
This is Devin Williams. This is Luke Weaver. Bo Bichette here. You're listening to the home of New York Mets baseball.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Because when it's game time, fellas...
It's probably time.
Those pesky Diamondbacks from the state of Arizona are in town to take on the Mets. Going right now on 880.
The Metropolitans, you say?
The Devils of Nueva Jersey will be playing host to the Philadelphia Flyers at 7.
None of these teams are actually old-timey, sadly.
Yeah, no.
They're all new teams.
Why aren't you there?
Game is on ESPN.
They just don't want you to work.
Yeah, they just don't like you.
On ESPN proper.
On ESPN proper.
And I listen, I don't want to.
You got the job, yes!
You know,
I don't want to call people out.
Yeah.
I was at the skate.
Nobody.
I didn't see any.
Wait, you went
None present. The only ESPN person there was me.
Wait,
Who
hold
are
on.
the announcers tonight?
You went to the skate?
Yeah, because they just fired their
did.
general manager. I'm the voice of the Devils. Don't you think I should be there? Me and Matt Lachlan are the voices of the Devils. We need to be there. Almost arm in arm. We should have came in walking and holding hands.
Well, what are you hoping? Like, I don't know anything about a skate, so what are you observing at the skate with regard to?
Well, just their availability after the skate.
Got it.
Like I'm not.
And who did they make available?
I'm not going to sit there and go. Well, they're skating a little differently now. That
I know.
That
Thank
you.
Thank you. But who would they make available?
They made Jack and Luke Hughes available. Timo Meyer, Nico Hischier,
leaders,
Jesper Bratt,
and you just
Sheldon Keefe spoke.
And you just went and listened.
I got a notebook, one of my marble notebook. It's in the car right now, filled with quotes that I might be able to drop in on Thursday when I do the Devils Penguins game.
But more likely, we'll end up in a book number 1,212 of notebooks that's stored in the Don LaGreca estate.
Alan will tell you when you do anything.
Yeah,
but definitely TV is 80% of your prep may never make it.
Right,
literally 80%.
Yeah. But
you end up just going with what.
It's just what you can't predict what's going to happen or what you're going to need, so you just create as much information as you can go to, so that when
so the more
something random happens with whoever player it is, you're ready to go.
The more you have just naturally in your dome piece, the easier it is to.
I have told people, like especially college students who ask about the job and all that stuff, and I've done in the lectures, and I always say the same thing. I study more now than I ever did in school. So if you hate to study, this is not a job for you.
The studying that we did in school prepared us for for now.
Taught you how to
and for me, I can't speak for Alan. Just writing it down in the book.
Yeah,
I may not look at the book, but I'll remember it because I wrote it down.
Yeah,
of course.
So it'll pop in my. The book will be there, but then I'll fire out a quote and didn't even open the book to check it out.
How many notebooks do you have though in the house though from all time?
Oh, those spirally notebooks. I've got like 20 of them, and I don't want to get rid of any. That's one of the saddest things about my life is I've got the notes of every game I've ever done.
Okay, hordes.
All right, I've got.
You don't
books.
have that? Do you have that?
No,
because I'm thinking maybe Marco or Jalen. I don't want to separate her, although she's not really interested in sports. At some point, might get a kick out of. Oh, Dad did a game that Sidney Crosby played. Go back to the notes. There's a 99% chance that the day after they put me in the ground, they're going to take all this stuff and throw it in the dumpster.
What is all this crap? Let's just throw this stuff out.
So it's a lot like prep, right? 80% of the stuff you're going to use. 80% chance this ends up in a dumpster, but there's a chance that maybe, 50 years from now, they're going to look through it and go, or maybe like the grandson that I'll never see will go, wow, Don did a game with Alexander Ovechkin. He wrote his name down.
But no, they already know.
Yeah.
Marco currently knows.
I got to tell you.
That you played games.
They'll have video of you calling a goal scored by.
But
that's true. And by the way,
true.
Think about poor Anthony, though, too. He hears Don talking about the notebooks that he keeps of the notes that he won't even use for the games that he calls at that job.
Yes.
If Don goes on to have the best career possible for the Devils, his highest hope would be that he's close to known as much for that as he has been for his 20-year talk show host run.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, our prep meetings consist of Don saying obscene things that we could never use on the air and asking random questions to the air that will never, there's not a note written down, there's not a thought even conceived of. And Anthony just going, please, God, can we do a show today? And yet, this is our bread and butter. And we just flows from our mouths.
See, this is my notebook, and it's the entire season.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Look at it all. And then when the season's over, you know what I do?
You hit delete.
No.
You frame it. You print 1,000 pages worth.
Well, if I'm in the old days when I would be working on a book, then I would put it in a Google Drive, and then I'd have it for reference to when I'm doing a book. Now,
so what do you do now?
I was kind of hoping that the Brunson era would become book worthy at some point. So these last 4 years I've been saving to be able to reference back.
Not to be anticlimactic, though, but what you do at the end of the season is you just do new note and start the next one. And that one gets saved to your cloud, and that's
pretty much.
Yeah, that's just there now.
I should honor the Tullamore Dew people.
Please.
That the Yankees are starting a series with the A's over the stadium at 7:05. The Nets face the Bucks in Brooklyn at 7:30. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly.
On the call tonight,
here we go.
ESPN proper, 7 p.m.
There's only one name I want to hear.
7:08 puck drop at the Rock. Flyers, Devils, a wonderful rivalry. Your analyst is Kevin Weeks.
Okay.
Your play-by-play, the great Bob Boucher.
Oh, I knew it would be the Weeks.
Two Jersey guys doing a game in Jersey.
Fantastic.
We love as much as I hate when Don doesn't do a game. I love, even though I don't talk to Bob more than a couple times a year, it brings me joy and solace to know that he just gets to wake up in his own bed today.
Yeah.
Go drive to the Rock, do the game.
He doesn't have to go to the West Coast.
I love it. I love that for Bob.
Great.
But I've told the story before that my dad left me the first 4 yearbooks for the Mets, 62 through 65. Yeah. and I still have them, and I got the biggest kick out of, I guess he got the yearbook like into the season.
Mm-hmm.
So he wrote like where they got traded to, if they were gone.
Really?
And it was like in his handwriting, and he's gone now. He's been gone almost 30 years.
But it's
so
special.
I thought that made it even cooler that it was like a connection. Like there's my dad's handwriting and stuff. So I don't know. Like I said, maybe there's a chance they'll go through it. In all likelihood, it's going to just end up in a dumpster. But you try, right? You try to leave some sort of a legacy.
Give your effort. You see if anything connects. That's all it is. Now, maybe 20% will be used of anything you leave behind.
Yeah.
20% of like, you know what? This was Dad's. I want to keep this, right? And the rest of it is dumpster.
Well, and then
yard
eventually
sale.
beyond that, it gets less and less of that, right? Like that as time goes on further.
Like, my dad passed. I kept some things like in my I leave it in the garage. It reminded me of him because he was always working around the house, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I have all that stuff that's like him. You know, like that's about it though.
But
it's getting sad. No, I'm starting.
It's all there.
My thoughts are getting dark.
Hey, listen, it's just a nice way of saying that I'm a bit of a hoarder. Right?
You know what? It was an emotional.
Yeah.
It was an emotional, long-winded way of us saying. And what my original joke was, which was Don has a spiral notebook, and all I meant was throw it in the pile with all the other crap you've told me about for years.
And by all I could do, because I cringe at the idea of messes and just hoarding things, is Don has a basement where there's just stacks and stacks of these books everywhere to a point where you can't even see the wall. And it's like, what's over here? Oh, that's just more books. And over here.
Yeah.
Like, that would drive clutter everywhere. Drive me crazy.
Well, my current situation at our Long Island situation is not. It's not great.
Not good.
We did some damage this week, but when we got to that place and looked at the boxes that filled the entire living room, you couldn't see the TV.
Major anxiety.
Dude.
Yeah.
And then everything you're doing, you're cutting boxes, getting rid of them, cutting them. But then some boxes, all you can do is move them. It's like, we can't deal with this now. Put this. And then you're like, am I ever going to open this box? And there's stuff I care about in this box at this moment. But by the time I open this box, it may be, remember that thing when we moved 5 years ago? And then one day it all ends up in a big ditch.
Yeah, that's all. Well, we all end up in a ditch.
That's the moral of the
story.
story.
It's all just trying to make it as entertaining as possible until that day.
All right,
taking you to the ditch.
How about the Giants climbing out of a ditch with their new head coach?
Yeah, John Harbaugh spoke today. Of course, the Dexter Lawrence story still fresh on everybody's mind. If you remember yesterday, Jordan Raanan was on talking about how he's unhappy, a lot of losing, wants a new contract. Well, Coach, thoughts on Lawrence possibly staying a Giant?
We'll find out. I think the prospects are going to be high because the Giants, speaking for the Giants, we want Dexter here, and I believe Dexter wants to be here. That's a good formula, but there's business involved. It's a business proposition. We know it's pro football, and these things happen every year, pretty much on every team, so not surprised by it. Saw it coming a few weeks back probably, and good conversations with Dexter's agent, Joel Siegel, and understood what they were thinking, and this is where we're at, so we'll just try to work through it and see where we can get done.
Maybe at some point we'll find out what John Harbaugh thinks. For some reason, we needed Joe Biden's opinion.
Oh, wow.
I still cannot get he sounds exactly like Joe Biden.
No, it's
especially
crazy.
when he doesn't want to tell you anything. So he just starts talking in circles. Hey. That's Biden-esque, right?
Yeah, sounds like Grandpa
All
Joe.
Right. Now, you did hear what Joe/John had to say about Lawrence, right? Right. You heard. Hey, listen, we're good.
Yeah.
He's going to be a Giant. Don't worry about it.
This is about money. Him. We'll get there.
Now, there's Kayvon Thibodeaux.
Oh.
Views on Thibodeaux. Is he tradable?
I think he's a great player. I'm excited about him. I was fired up to see him today. He looks great. He's in great shape. I'm thinking about him on the field. I'm thinking about getting him plugged into our defense and getting him rolling. I think, you want to talk about is he a trade possibility? Everybody's tradable. Everybody. Even you're tradable, Dan. No. If we would get something for you, we'd trade you in a heartbeat, man. But it's not really what you focus on. You focus on the fact that we're having a day. We're talking ball. We're getting our team is coming together as a team, and the business part of it, is the business part, and that kind of swirls around us. But we try to lock in on the football.
No.
Having a day.
We're just having a day and talking about football and playing some. No. We're talking about the best player on your team and whether he's going to continue to play.
He's talking about Kayvon Thibodeaux there.
Okay, but still.
Yeah.
But the overall point is, I want to brush past all this and just talk about ball because we're all here for ball.
We're here for ball.
Well, there's some talented ball players.
He's in his fifth-year option.
I
right?
didn't feel the same optimism about Thibodeaux staying as I did Lawrence staying. Now, that should be the case because one is clearly better than the other, even though Lawrence didn't have the greatest of years last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought the juxtaposition between the two, I talked him up, but hey, everybody's tradable, but hey, it's all about ball. Let's just play some ball.
Yeah.
Everybody's tradable. Trevor Lawrence, Dexter Lawrence, we're going to figure it out. He's going to be willing to be a Giant.
But again, these are not your players. And Kayvon Thibodeaux has had moments of brilliance and moments of, are you here, right? He's in the fifth-year option. Mm-hmm. They picked it up. So he's got that. And then after this, you got to come up with a contract for him. So you know already that the business is not going to allow it. especially knowing what he's going to want as an edge rusher, in this league. You know what guys are getting.
Mm-hmm.
So if he has the season he should have, your agent wants you to have a great season so that you can get paid, the Giants won't be able to afford him. So I think that's why Harbaugh's he knows the business enough to know, he's in great shape. We're trying to figure it out, put him in the system. But no, nobody's untradeable.
No, and
everybody can be traded, of course, especially when you're going to be a free agent and we're probably not going to pay you.
And I brought this up after you left yesterday during ENN, is don't get mad at Lawrence. This is the only weapon they have.
It's also his last time.
Is the holdout.
Yep.
Is not showing up to minicamp. Because what else do you have?
Everybody does it.
You don't have anything else. Because once the season starts and you don't show up, you're just hurting yourself, right? Because that's where you're going to end up getting hurt or having another lousy year. Because if Trevor Lawrence decides to hold out into the season, then comes back and gets hurt or has another lousy season, that's
money.
2 bad seasons in a row. Right. Turning 30, you're not getting a big-time contract.
Right.
It's in his best interest to play. But all he has right now is the voice to complain about his contract, not show up to the minicamp, not show up to all these optional stuff. That's all he's got. That's all a player in the NFL has.
Yeah.
Because the owners have all the leverage when it comes to these negotiations.
And look at it. I mean, every year in the NFL, there are players, whether it's in Cincinnati, we saw it last year, whether it's in San Francisco, where it feels like every year one of their top guys is doing it. It's Kansas City. This is what happens. All the top players do this when they see that their contract isn't what it's supposed to be.
Right.
And teams either quickly make them happy, like if they're a quarterback, or you have to wait it out and they see, are you willing to miss training camp and all that stuff? But this is a common thing around the league. And Saquon didn't want to do it.
Right.
That's the difference. Is the last guy to really be part of it was Saquon. He didn't want to do it.
It's the only lever you have to push or pull in this case.
No, don't be mad at the player.
All right, Thibodeaux and Nabers. Where do we stand with the update on their health?
Scat probably, is going to be ahead of Malik with that. I think you guys all know that. Scat probably get out there a little bit at some point in time, some degree. I can't really. It wouldn't be fair for me to give you days or dates or to what degree. I really haven't had that in-depth discussion with Adam. I got a vague idea, but it's not that important today, and we try to focus on today. Malik is going to be more toward, into training camp and closer to the season. That's more Malik's timeline.
I'm telling you,
That's
every
the
time
trouble.
they bring up Nabers,
I don't like it.
it becomes more and more a conversation of him not being available at the start of the season.
I don't like it.
And then you wonder, okay, no camp, missed the first couple of weeks. Is this going to be a throwaway season? To the point where does this affect how the Giants draft? Now, does that mean that they are going to be open to maybe trading out of 5 down and getting a wide receiver later in the first round? I don't know if they'll go wide receiver at 5. Does it mean they'll get Love, be more of a ground and pound team, make sure that we really do more for the running game because we're not going to have Nabers? It really could affect it either way.
I think so. I'd be thinking that way because everyone believes that, we know the Giants would. I don't want to. I'm going to say love to take Love, right? But that's really what it is.
Love.
Yeah, they love them some Love. But the Titans are also rumored to also want to be in on him. So if you're the Giants and you know Nabers with the ACL return and you want to make sure he's right, nothing compromised as a wide receiver, the knee stuff is critical, and they brought in, some veteran wide receiver guys in the room. But would it be crazy to say we got to jump over Tennessee to get our guy? If they think he's that good, and you could say that's nuts. Now you're giving up draft capital. You're going to take a running back at 3. That doesn't make sense. But how much do you value him and what he can be for you? And we know this is hard. Again, Saquon and where he was taken was a different regime. And then Brian Daboll said, well, we don't really use running backs like that. So it suddenly became something they didn't need. Harbaugh plays line of scrimmage football. He plays AFC North football. This is what he does. If this guy is what they say he is it worth doing it? Or do you just, we're not going to draft capital for this guy, and then therefore you don't get him.
Well, I am not. You know how I feel about taking running backs that high.
I agree.
All right?
I understand.
But I understand it's not apples to apples with Barkley. They needed a quarterback back when they drafted Barkley. They didn't. They drafted Saquon. The game has changed over the last decade. Running backs seem to be valued a little bit more.
A little bit more.
All right? He's not the second overall pick. He's the fifth overall pick. There's not that much of a difference, but it's still a little bit of a difference. And if the Giants are willing to pay Love, then I have less of an issue. But if we sit here and fast forward to when it's time to, in his fourth year, to decide if you're going to pick up the fifth-year option, it's like, oh, well, we got to pay this guy. We got to pay that guy. We got to get Dart a contract, Nabers a contract.
Then what are we doing?
Carter a contract. So we're just going to franchise the kid, and then Love ends up going the same way as Barkley. I'm going to be red hot. But now you're throwing another element into it.
Mm-hmm.
Not just taking a running back in the top 5, but now trading up to 4.
And giving up draft capital.
Giving up draft capital and then getting a running back from 5 to 4. That's. But at the same time,
you gotta
guys,
jump to 3.
If forget what I think, or Dave Rothenberg, I think, is with me on this. Forget what we think. If you love him that much, you can't afford to not have him, right? Like if John Harbaugh wants Love, are you going to say, well, are you just going to take the chance that Tennessee might grab him at 4? Or do you do something about it?
That's why I'm asking. Like, think about it. Again, you have an opportunity to add a piece that some people believe this guy could be like a difference maker in your offense with a coach who's all about winning the line of scrimmage and playing the ground game. It's what he's all about.
Right.
So it does seem to fit. I have a great trivia question for you.
Oh, I love it. I love trivia.
Okay, trivia.
Ready for this? This was on Get Up this morning. I thought it was a really good question because it does play into what you don't like picking running backs that high. Can you name the last running back who is I want to say top 10 pick who won a Super Bowl with the team that drafted him? How long has it been since we've seen that?
A running back.
Running back.
Top 10
pick, drafted by the team that drafted him, he won a Super Bowl with eventually.
Emmitt Smith.
No. It's a good guess, but no.
Emmitt Smith is a good guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to venture a guess that it's obviously after because we know Emmitt Smith did indeed.
Yeah. I jumped pretty far back there. So, hold on. But give us a second.
No, I haven't.
Well,
haven't started the clock yet.
You look at the Super Bowl champions, right?
Yeah.
Like Marshall Faulk was a high pick, but not by the Rams.
No. How about
Luis Oosterhuizen?
Edgerrin James.
That's a nice pull.
No.
I'm surprised. I thought you were going to get
Sounded good, didn't it?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
See, we can't move on.
No. This is a good one.
All right, Super Bowl champions.
When you hear it, you're going to go, oh.
How close are we era-wise?
Yeah. You're in the wheelhouse.
We're in the wheelhouse.
You're in there.
Well, none of the Giants Super Bowls.
Well, how high do they
None
draft?
of the Patriots Super
How high do they
Bowls.
draft the bus? Not that high, right?
I don't think he was a top 10 pick, right?
And he wasn't the Steelers' pick.
Where did he come from? I don't remember.
The Rams took him.
Chargered him.
No, easy.
How many chances you get?
As many as we want.
We need.
This is good.
Wait a minute. See, now I'm not going to let it go because you look at the Patriots Super Bowl.
When you hear it, you're going to go.
Was Dylan, and Dylan wasn't a Patriot draft.
Top 10, remember. This has got to be
a
you
big.
used a value pick for this player.
But you got to think of teams.
And he went on to win a Super Bowl with the team that picked him. See, we've had running back like Saquon's a great example of somebody who's a top 10 pick, but didn't win the Super Bowl with the team that drafted him. So
you're thinking mid 2000s ish. Who won the Super Bowl? Not the Patriots. Not the Colts then.
I'll give you a hint.
Not the Steelers then.
Highly decorated out of college.
He's highly decorated.
Highly decorated out of college.
Heisman Trophy.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. He was Bush.
Huh?
Reggie Bush. Right? Wasn't he drafted by the Saints? Saints won a Super Bowl. Was he still there?
Yeah. Give it to us.
But if I'm wrong, then I got it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
Reggie
seeing
Bush, 2006, number 2 pick of the draft. 3 years later.
All right, wrong drop.
Super Bowl.
No, there you go. I was looking at Peter's reaction at looking at Allen, and I was thrown off.
I was just trying to
Or was
think.
it because his last name and you guys are
That's
just
what
horn
it was.
dogs?
I'm pretty sure that's what his face was.
How did he put it? What was his verbiage?
I just said Bush.
We've got Bush.
I
say,
don't
"Give
think I
me"?
said it that way. If I did, it's just because I really adore Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, but that Reggie, that's
20 years?
2006. So
If
we're
it's a
talking about
day,
20
years
years ago. Now, here's how I'll tie it together because I know we got to go to break. Who is Jeremiah Love most compared to?
Don't say it. The Bushman?
Yeah.
Wow.
Reggie Bush 2.0. Would you or wouldn't you? That's all I'm going to say.
It's a lot. You know what's also a lot? Getting stuff off your chest.
Oh,
you know when you do it? 4:30 on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Talk about it Tuesday. Don and two
I didn't do anything.
filthy, disgusting
But
pigs.
hold on. All I
That
was
was a
doing
sentence, though.
I was just looking at
Listen,
at
I
Allen.
can't control
Can
what you're saying.
can we hear it back?
We will.
On Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
25 a month, 5 whole years, same sweet number.
Don, Hahn, and
check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't optimum 5, but price is still alive. 25 a month, 5 whole years, same sweet number in your ears.
Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 8884-OPTIMUM.
Terms apply, see Optimum.com for details.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils protect their home ice, Viking Pest Control protects your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils, Viking brings 45 years of trusted experience and expert service to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, and even mosquitoes out of your zone. Their local team builds a personalized game plan that actually works. And when you bundle pest control and mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Protecting your home inside and out.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Mets game just getting underway over at Citi Field, and we've got this problem spot at the Whitestone Bridge heading into Queens. Police department activity right before the span on the Bronx side. You're backed up onto the southbound Hutch. Slow go over at the Triborough Bridge trying to make your way onto the eastbound Grand Central. Heavy ride there. You're backed up onto the Bronx and Manhattan legs. After that, looking good eastbound. No big delays heading over to the stadium and Northern Boulevard. Inbound George Road work on the upper deck picking up pretty soon. It'll run you about 15 to 20 minutes using 8095. Heaviest ride to the outbound side, Cross Bronx westbound, bumper to bumper from the Bronx River Parkway. Outbound Lincoln and Holland tunnels about 15 to 20 minutes each. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
You're sitting at a red light or stuck in traffic, and your phone lights up. Maybe it's a text, a video call, a new post, or a quick notification you think you can check in a second. It feels harmless, but the truth is, once your eyes leave the road, you're not really driving anymore. And traffic doesn't pause just because you do. That split second of distraction can throw off everything. Your reaction time, your awareness, your ability to avoid someone else's mistake. You could damage your car, injure yourself, or hurt someone you care about. Or you could get pulled over for a reminder that your phone isn't worth the risk. So before you start driving, make it easy on yourself. Put your phone on silent. Toss it in the glove box. Set it to Do Not Disturb. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Sometimes you just can't take it anymore.
You're done. I'm done.
This is Let's Talk About It Tuesday.
And it's a really
this idiot with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
You got to love our pinhead suit, John Winthrop, because I knew he'd love the trivia question we just asked. He's a big football guy. Then he gets the answer, and then is all aggravated. Well, Reggie Bush didn't have that much of an impact. That's not what we asked.
Oh, he mad.
Then he starts, well, can't you do that with other positions? It's like, dude, why don't you just take the trivia question and go home?
And Reggie Bush was a big part of that team. He just wasn't at that point your every down stud running back. He was returning punts.
The point is,
he was catching the ball to the backfield. He did a lot for that team. It just wasn't.
No, the point is,
that wasn't the question.
Late in his day.
Oh.
All right, he's a big football guy. I gifted him a trivia question.
And he couldn't get it.
And then he gets it, but then he just spits it back like, I didn't ask you how it tasted. I just gave you the trivia question.
Speaking of how it tasted, I got to get something off my chest right now and talk about it.
Go for it.
Calandras came through. I don't know if you guys tasted the red
Why
velvet.
wouldn't I?
Now, I'm on my Mania plan.
Okay.
So I just literally took like the thinnest slice. I just had to taste it. Did they do the cream cheese icing right for the red velvet? The answer is yes. Absolutely they did. They killed it.
Of course they did.
But my talk about it is what Michael Kay did yesterday was an abomination.
Yesterday.
For him to say the things that he's the kind of accusations he makes at people, the things that he throws around, the gavone and the schnurr, whatever the ethnic slang for greedy is that he wants to throw at people. Now, neither of you were here yesterday. However, I was. Anthony was. Jacob was. And we all witnessed a beautiful, gigantic Calandras chocolate cake dropped off here to celebrate the start of the baseball season with Michael Kay. Michael Kay took a look at this beautiful cake and said, wow, this cake is beautiful. I'm taking it home.
Okay.
He took home.
It's got his name on it.
It's got his name on it.
Get him away from the cake. Somebody get him away from the cake.
But Don, he took home a cake that maybe served 25 people to his house.
The last I checked, he's a family of 4.
Now listen.
And how many au pairs he may have.
6, 7, we don't know. Now, does he need to bring home the cake that says the Michael Kay Show on it and present it to his family like in perfect form? It wasn't a birthday cake he was bringing home for Jody. In which case I'd say, hey, Calandra's about your birthday cake for your wife. Don't bring it home half-eaten. But guys, it was a cake that simply said the Michael K Show on it. You're telling me, Anthony, am I being out of school here? How many think that beautiful Calandra's cake yesterday fed?
You're not out of school. It would have served the entire studio, but I have some information about the cake.
Oh, boy.
It was made specifically for Michael.
What does that mean?
They asked him, Michael, what kind of cake would you like?
Okay.
So,
yeah,
technically, it's his cake?
Oh, no. There's no question that what he did from a legal standpoint will hold up in court. However, this isn't a legal precedent. This is a moral precedent.
Also, John said it could easily feed 40 people.
John went 40?
Check I think it's on our Instagram.
Yeah, it was on the
swipe through.
Now,
you could see the cake.
Now, it's also important to note here.
I don't think Calandra makes anything small, by the way.
Yeah, no, me neither. And this is important for me to note when talking about the Gavone-ness of Michael K yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, it wasn't just a cake. Anthony, can you please tell us what the full menu was delivered to Michael?
So, again, this was a Michael K show.
No, we know who he is.
No.
We know what the show is.
When Bart and Carlin got their food drop, Bart asked for bread, and if you were there that day, they supplied the bread.
By the way, bona fide insane person. Just bring me bread.
And the wings, and that's what they did.
No way I'm wasting carbs on straight bread.
Don, you weren't here. Hey, Michael, an Italian village wants to send you food. What would they send Michael K?
What would they send Michael K?
Don.
Oh, they would chicken parm.
And
what else?
What's the other thing he eats that anybody can basically
not
give
very
him?
Specific to an Italian place, any place. Here's a hint. Weeping.
Oh, the chicken.
So chicken tenders, not even wings, chicken tenders
by the way,
and chicken parm.
No, fingers. Yeah.
And that was it. And the cake and the cupcakes.
Oh, there were cupcakes.
Well, the cupcakes were... listen, Peter, you got here your normal time.
Right.
The cupcakes came here at like 12. They were gone.
So people did get the cupcakes.
Yes.
So, first of all, Don, I'm tempted to say bad guy for even asking the Italian place for chicken tenders. What are you, 6? Come on. That's like my friend.
That is
That's
honestly.
Ari Lippman ordering the hot dog from El Torito. You don't go to Calandra's, one of the most delightful Italian places in all of New Jersey, and ask them for chicken tenders. It's disrespectful.
Right.
And he's an Italian gentleman. You could, Alan, what pasta did you have when we had our glorious night that Don skipped at Calandra?
We had the bolognese.
Oh,
we had the the pasta that went with the bolognese was the.
It could have been pappardelle. It might have been.
Yeah.
And then Anthony, what did you and I have?
Gnocchi with it on the other one, but the pappardelle.
By the way, that
good.
was Kristen's favorite, the one that we had, Peter. I'm gonna have to go to the website and look it up because it was very good.
So, did you just call? What did you just say, Alan?
They gave what we had was the pappardelle.
Yeah. But you said something else.
Gnocchi was in the bowl that
gnocchi.
You didn't call it gnocchi, did you?
I said gnocchi.
Oh my.
Yeah. I'm sorry if you're disgusted. I was actually doing some of this right
No,
here.
no, I'm not worried about that.
So
It's
my
not about
head-
the notes. It's
yeah,
that
it's
I
just saying it fast.
Don, I have to change my talk about it.
Okay.
It's no longer about Michael being Gavone.
Okay.
Alan's a guy who just pronounced gnocchi.
No, I didn't say gnocchi. I was like gnocchi.
You went silent G, but full ch.
Yeah, it happens.
Anyways, the point is, Michael's a bad guy. He could have taken half the cake and shared half the cake. He had to bring home the whole cake.
What's his
Well,
cake?
you know what he's going to do.
What's that?
He's going to bring it to the stadium with his true friends. So
Share
the
it.
people he really cares about.
You know what?
The Joel Shermans, the John Heymans. These are the people that are going to partake.
The Troy Benjamins.
Because
the people he really cares for and admires. No, it's a good point. It's a good point.
Because let's face it, if you bring a cake home to a house that has 3 other people that could feed 40, that next
40
week
years.
you're throwing 3/4 of a cake out in the
Correct.
garbage. That's no way to live.
You might hold on for 3 days, and then you're dumping it in the trash.
You're not doing it. Calandra's makes a tremendous product, but it's not like it lasts forever.
No, that's not what you
know. But what he did, because where he truly works, with the people he truly cares about, with the people that he really looks at as colleagues,
people he admires,
he took it to the stage.
So Meredith,
tell me I'm wrong.
So you're saying Meredith right now is having a delicious slice of Calandras.
Cone.
Oh yeah.
Again, all
what
the
about
writers.
Me? I want to have myself some chocolate cake.
I don't think Paulie's working yet.
High five, but when I do,
he'll put it in the freezer
put
for
a piece
Paul.
in the freezer. Yeah, absolutely.
That's Paul's statement. You didn't know that's his catchphrase? Put a piece in the freezer for old Paulio.
So you could ask Michael, like,
what happened?
You didn't bring it back to your. I brought it back for my colleagues.
Yeah,
David Cohn,
the ones who
Meredith
matter.
Morakovitz, John Heyman, Joel Sherman. Absolutely.
What do you think? Put it in the back seat
Dave
of his
Sims
car?
got some.
Left it in the back of the car? Drove it to the stadium?
He's been driving around with him for a week.
Susan Wallman. He might even, and on the way home, he'll swing by, get the past announcers.
Right? Maybe stop by the John Boy warehouse.
Right.
See if John Boy and the gang want some cake. Maybe Boone.
Yeah, go by Boone.
Red velvet cake.
Absolutely. Sterling got some cake.
Well,
he probably left a piece on the grave of Bob Shepard.
Wow. You think Shepard got a piece?
There's a piece right there.
Smeared a little bit on the Babe Ruth plaque.
Phil Rizzuto's family, perhaps, brought some by.
Cow.
All right, Alan, didn't you have something today?
I did.
Go ahead.
Not nearly as entertaining as
this was. Cheers.
Here's to the Nochi. Go ahead.
Well, this now going to not really hit.
I'll have some confidence, man.
Come on, believe in yourself. Sack up, buddy. You got this.
It's worked out so far.
Right. This is really going to hit. All I was going to say was that Saturday night at Madison Square Garden, it was a women's hockey game between the Sirens and the Seattle Torrent. It was a women's professional hockey league, right? They had their game there.
Mm-hmm. It was on MSG too.
MSG, yeah. 18,000 people. It was a sold. Like there's these. Sometimes they do these things, and you go, all right, they probably sold tickets, but there's no way.
This is the PWHL you and me?
Yes.
Okay.
And I took my daughter. I took Callie and three of her teammates, and their families, and we went to the game. And the atmosphere in that building was phenomenal. And this is not hyperbole. This is not me trying to pump up something that really wasn't that big of a deal. When I tell you that it was off the charts, it was off the charts. It was one of those typical garden type moments that, because I'm just going there. You're not thinking about it as, hey, this is exciting. You're just like, this will be cool. You're not thinking it's going to become a moment. Halfway through the anthem singer, who I can't remember her name, but she was a Broadway singer. Halfway through the anthem, which started out as just a traditional, I'm just going to sing an anthem for these nice people. She started feeling the energy of the crowd, and then got, like a Broadway singer would, felt the moment and got a little theatrical. And then the place, as you guys once said, was up for grabs.
I didn't say
No, but it was an electric environment that I did not expect. And it was an exciting game, especially the ending. 2-1 in a shootout. Home team wins. Crowd going crazy. A fight. Just great saves. Hillary Knight plays for the other team. Superstar, obviously women's hockey.
Yeah,
legend.
Big as she's,
And to me, it was all about the energy of a crowd that came out to watch women's professional hockey. That if we told you the night before the game, hey, do you know that a women's professional hockey team plays at the Rock? People would be like, who? What? You know what I mean? But because of the venue and just the sudden interest in, let's go see this, it ended up being an incredible night. And one that I'm telling you, these little girls that came to this game, 11 years old, 12 years old. It was obviously a late night. Puck drop was at 8 because the Rangers played that afternoon. Puck drop's at 8. They have the shoot. They play overtime. They have a shootout. Some of my friends were kind enough to invite the girls down. Met a lot of the players outside the locker room. They were all wonderful. Came out, signed all the shirts and everything like that for them, and talked to them and all this stuff. These girls left that place dreaming of a possibility that, let's be honest, when we were younger, or even not even that long ago, girls could watch men play professional sports and go, that's cool, but I can't do that.
Nope.
Right? The WNBA has allowed that to become a real thing. But this league, what this has done, these girls walked away going like, I want to play in this game one day. The players were saying it to the girls. Do you want to do this one day? One day you could play in this building. And they could believe it. And so it was pretty cool. And so they were like, should have been falling asleep on the train coming home. Instead, just chatterboxes, excited about it. Couldn't wait, to talk about it even the next day. So it's one of those rare things that as a dad, but also as somebody that knows sports really well, that you get kind of like used to these type of events. It was something that I will fully admit I got caught up in, did not expect to. Did not expect.
You didn't process before you went.
No idea this. Like, I didn't walk in going, this is going to be awesome. I was just like, oh, this is cute.
The kids want to go.
Fun. This will be nice. But somewhere in the middle of the game, a couple other dads were all looking at each other going, this is freaking awesome. Like, this crowd is insane. They are into this game.
Now,
the players, they play hard. The passing, all of it. It was a well-played game. The ending was exciting. The home team winning helped because the place went crazy. The noise.
None of your
was
girls are
legit.
None of your girls are hardcore basketball, right?
No.
So you haven't. So the WNBA wouldn't hit the same way.
No.
So this was your version.
The Caitlin Clark thing.
Sure.
They all got into it.
But not the same as if they played it. It was their game.
This was them seeing something going, I can do this.
So I think.
And I've never seen that before, to witness it, to think. Like, my son dreamed all his whole life to play in the NHL. And I could say, maybe you could. But I never thought about the idea of these girls are dreaming of a reality that not too long ago didn't exist.
Well, in the case of hockey,
amazing.
It's just coming to exist right now.
Right.
And you're kind of now catching up on what I think a lot of moms and girl dads who are WNBA fans have gone through over the last 2 years of like, you go to the Barclays Center and you went, oh, I used to bring my sons, but now my daughters have a thing that they can not just enjoy, but start to dream of.
Remember, I don't know if I said this, but one of the first things I did as a sports writer was cover the Liberty in their first seasons in the WNBA back in the late 90s. And they were at the Garden at the time. And those first couple of years, you're getting 15,000, 18,000 at Madison Square Garden.
So you did get to witness it at the beginning.
I saw some crowds that were like, "Wow, this!" And they played some playoff games. That series they played with Houston in the finals was epic. Like, it felt real, but it fell out. Like, it didn't last long enough. It kind of was a novelty that then got quiet for a while. Now it's obviously back. But as a parent, to see it in that moment, but for me as somebody who's in sports, you're so numb to this stuff. You don't get caught up. You don't go like this is a big deal. I wasn't expecting to leave that place going, that was awesome. So
That's
I wanted
awesome.
to share that for anybody that saw the posts, that didn't go to it, didn't watch it, and were like, oh, they're making a big deal. Trust me when I say what they're saying about that night at the Garden for women's hockey is all real. It was a historic night.
We've had a few of these recently. I know we got to wrap this up, but you had that. You had the incredible women's boxing match at MSG this past year. Ebro's daughter now plays serious flag football, and they're like serious travel
NFL
flag football.
is investing in it,
and now they're
yes,
and looking at the possibility of women's flag football in the Olympics.
Right.
So you can start to dream about these things that for girls forever was just, oh, your brothers can do that.
Yeah.
But you can watch it on TV.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. That's a good one, Alan.
Great night.
I think that was better than the cake.
That was very good.
Yeah, I enjoyed.
I enjoyed both.
Another trivia.
Oh,
because I looked it up.
All right, more trivia coming up.
No,
ENN at 6.
That's right. You don't want me to tease it?
What?
The question.
Well, then people have a chance to look it up. We teased that trivia is coming. Isn't that good or no?
I'm fine with either one.
Okay, fine.
Well, we can talk another.
No, it's 47 for God's sake. We got to go.
Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get to hire the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game, based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
If you manage an active facility, you don't have time for disruption. Tricon Construction specializes in working inside healthcare, commercial, and industrial buildings without shutting operations down. That means tight planning, clear communication, safe, disciplined execution, because when patients are inside, when tenants are working, when production can't stop, there's no margin for mistakes. When it has to be handled professionally and handled right, Tricon is the only choice. Visit TriconBuilds.com, TriconBuilds.com.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
Discover where your future can take you at SUNY Canton's Spring Open House on Saturday, April 25th. Explore exciting new programs like data science and analytics and cybersecurity, designed to prepare you for today's most in-demand careers. Tour campus, meet faculty, connect with current students, and sit down with financial aid representatives. Plus, attendees can enter for a chance to win a scholarship. For registration details and information about courtesy bus trips from New York, email admissions@canton.edu. SUNY Canton, your future starts here.
Harry Douglas here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in. Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. Confetti Craze makes it easy to turn any day into a party with its delicious birthday cake flavor and big birthday energy. And here's the best part: all cake, no sugar. I bring these tiny bottles everywhere to cakeify my day with tasty caffeine boosts. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
ESPN New York is teaming up with Calandra's Bakery to give you the chance to win a pair of tickets to see New York take on Charlotte Sunday, April 12th at Madison Square Garden. Entering is easy. Stop by Calandra's Bakery on Bloomfield Avenue in Caldwell, New Jersey anytime between March 4th and April 7th to enter in person. Full details and contest rules are on the ESPN New York app. Don't miss your shot to be there live. Brought to you by Calandra's Bakery in Caldwell, home of fresh-baked classic Italian pastries and traditions baked daily.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Hey, with Xfinity, you already enjoy ESPN as part of your TV lineup with live games, daily sports coverage, and expert analysis. And now, the ESPN Unlimited plan is available at no additional cost, giving you access to additional ESPN content in the ESPN app, including more must-see action like WWE Premium, live events, on-demand programming, and originals to explore. Visit Xfinity.com/your subscriptions to activate ESPN Unlimited, and then start watching in the ESPN app. More from ESPN, all in one place.
All right. Trivia. I'm excited. I love trivia. I do a whole show on trivia.
We also need to do a book on a list, but that's another conversation for another day.
Hey, these trips.
So we just did the running back thing, right? Like the last time a running back was drafted in the top 10 and then went on to win a Super Bowl with the team that drafted him, and that became Reggie Bush. And then we talked about, well, what about quarterbacks, right?
Okay.
Quarterbacks drafted in this. We're going to go back to 2004. Let's just keep it relatively modern, the modern quarterback draft. Since 2004, how many, let's not even say won a Super Bowl. How about, because the only two have won a Super Bowl with the team that drafted them, top 10 pick. Can you tell me how many at least led their team to a Super Bowl with the team that drafted him, top 10 picks?
Well, Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Well, can you name the two that won? I think you
Peyton
can.
Manning.
No. 2004.
2004. So the two that
Since
won
2004?
in the top 10,
Drafted
Mahomes.
drafted 2004.
Oh, drafted since 2004.
Yes.
Sorry.
Drafted.
Mahomes.
Oh, you mean as far as lead, but not a top 10. You're saying any quarterbacks that led?
Top 10. Mahomes was 10.
Mahomes was 10.
Yeah.
Burrow.
Well,
the other
okay,
win.
just give me the guys that won.
The other win.
Mahomes is one. Who's the other? It's very obvious.
So hold on now.
Well, one since the 2004.
2004.
Yeah, I've said it a lot.
Yeah.
Are you
2004.
talking about Eli Manning?
Yeah.
Okay. So Eli. And then
Mahomes.
Mahomes. And then
now we have 4 others who have led their team that drafted them to a Super Bowl. Didn't win it, but led their team.
So Burrow.
Burrow is one.
Burrow. Post. Oh no! Nobody start
Goff.
yelling at me. What'd you say?
Goff.
Goff is one, right?
That's a
With
good
the
call
Rams.
by you.
Very good one. That's a tough one. Most people would forget.
You forget how highly he was drafted.
There's
Good.
two.
It's a good, and you forget he was in the Super Bowl.
He was number one.
Nice piece of work by you.
So 2 more.
By the way, most of these guys are number 1 picks.
Most are number 1 picks.
You've named, well, you already named Eli. He was obviously. So you've named 2 of the 3 that led but didn't win it.
I'm just going through all the teams.
But are we still looking top 10?
Yes.
And in all fairness, John Winthrop did send us a text. Eli shouldn't count.
I know.
Because he was technically drafted by the Chargers and traded to the Chargers.
But we all know.
Terrific. But it is.
We all know. We all know.
What was Roethlisberger drafted though?
He was like I think 11. Yeah.
What about
He was outside the top 10?
Matt Ryan? Led him to the Super Bowl, was a top 10 pick.
Matty Ice, number 3 pick.
There you go.
Correct.
And we still have one more?
Still have one more. This one's fairly easy, but we might forget about this guy, too.
I'm just trying to go over the teams that have
Fairly
lost
easy.
Super Bowls
Fairly easy.
recently.
Yeah, because
Tom Brady lost a couple to the Giants. He obviously is not an answer. San Francisco lost, but that was with Kaepernick, so that's not it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would the last one be Cam Newton?
Good job.
Very good, Jacob.
What was Cap drafted? Kaepernick wasn't. Well, how highly was he drafted? Teens?
No, I don't. Yeah, he wasn't in the top 10.
Cam Newton. Good job, Jacob.
Cam Newton's. I thought that would be a relatively easy one because he was MVP.
You forget when you wear bird cages for hats.
That's probably it. So anyways, the moral of the story is in the last 21 years,
Kaepernick was
6
second-round pick.
quarterbacks that were taken in the top 10 led their team to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Only 2 have won at least one Super Bowl. Well, actually, they both won multiple. But what is that like? Again, does that tell you that taking the guy number 1 leads you to the promised land?
No, that's why
he gets you there. But six out of 21 years,
and yet I can start rattling off quarterbacks with Super Bowl wins that were second-round picks, third-round picks.
Mm-hmm.
Russell Wilson, the third-round pick. Jalen Hurts was the second-round pick. Lamar Jackson was the final pick of the first round.
Right.
Yeah, Kaepernick, 36th overall, so high in the second round. So very close to being a first-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I bring this conversation up about the tanking.
Right.
That it doesn't guarantee anything.
When you say I'm trying to win a Super Bowl, is that how you win a Super Bowl?
And it also tells you that drafting in the top 10, there's a reason why you're drafting in the top 10. You're not very good. And sometimes the reason you're not very good is that you're always bad.
Mm-hmm.
And you're always in the top 10 pick, and you just can't seem to get it right.
So quarterbacks taken number 1 since Burrow, who did lead his team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 quarterbacks. You have Trevor Lawrence.
Right. Good.
You have
Great.
Bryce Young. And you have Caleb Williams. And then Cam Ward.
Williams is on the fast track.
Which one is the guy that's going to do it?
I'm very bullish on the Bears this year.
I was bullish on them last year.
Of the guys you just mentioned, I think Caleb is the closest.
Caleb's the guy.
Doesn't mean that he's going to get there.
Right.
We've got another 2 hours. We never got to the Giannis of it all. There's a little bit of Giannis news, believe it or not.
That story, wow.
As we get closer and closer to the postseason. But is
is Giannis as the plan B for the Knicks that good of a plan B? Don Hahn Rosenberg taking you up until 7 o'clock. It's all happening here on ESPN New York.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. Mets game underway over at CDE Field. If you're running late and heading that way using the Whitestone Bridge, still jammed there heading toward the span because of police department activity on the Bronx side. Solid ride. You're backed up onto the southbound Hutch. After that, no issues on the expressway southbound approaching the stadium. BQE eastbound right after the LIE. Still have this broken down car in the right lane. Been out there for over 2 hours. Not moving much from the Williamsburg Bridge in Brooklyn. Yanks are home later on tonight in the Bronx. If you're getting a jump start using the inbound George, just about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Heaviest delays heading over to the outbound George, Cross Bronx westbound, packed from White Plains Road on through. Outbound Lincoln and Holland tunnels about 15 to 20 minutes each. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, fellas. Oh, yeah.
It's Tully time.
It's Tully time. Mets up 2-0 on the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the third. You can hear that game on 880. Yeah. Yankees will start a series with the Oakland, Sacramento, Vegas A's, whichever you want to pick. That'll be at 7:05. The Devils are home against the Philadelphia Flyers at 7. That game can be seen on ESPN proper. And the Nets face the Bucks in Brooklyn at 7:30. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly.
Let me update the trivia because, of course, I'm not paying attention to more recent Super Bowls. And, of course, Drake May, third overall pick, just led the Patriots to the Super Bowl. So, duh. That would make 7 since 2004.
Don't feel bad. I forgot that Super Bowl by the third quarter.
Wow.
That made me a bad guy?
No.
No, not at all. Why? Why make you a bad guy?
Not very memorable. Yeah.
It is what it is. All right, so what's the latest with Giannis, Alan? I know this was a topic of conversation earlier this morning on Get Up. As a matter of fact, our very own Monica McNutt is going to join us tomorrow. Oh, First Take.
Yeah,
I apologize.
First Take when
you should be
deep dive into this.
There's a couple of shows that wouldn't have me on a bet. And then Monica McNutt is going to join us tomorrow at 4 o'clock, and she's very opinionated on this, too.
Mm-hmm.
People not loving the idea of Giannis all of a sudden. And the cut.
So this to me is going to be a really interesting separation potentially over the summer because I would not leverage my future. If I didn't have a team that I felt like was in a position to win now, but maybe missing a piece, and you can make the trade work in terms of what would be involved, like that's the type of team. To me, he is not worth the future of an organization right now.
Worth building around,
no,
so to speak.
I would not put him as my centerpiece. If you were to honestly look at this from the Knicks lens, the future, I don't know that I like that in New York. They are in the window now to win, but when I think of the future, I just don't. I think it's going to cost too much here in New York.
I don't know what the cost is going to be because we're assuming you're going to have to give up a lot to get him. What we don't understand is what we need to understand, I should say, and this is I've been kind of talking about this since August, right? I've been trying to tell you guys. If he can just get through this season, he now has leverage. He didn't have leverage in August. The Bucks were going to see the most they could get for a guy who's considered an MVP candidate every year. Knicks didn't have enough to make a trade, at least then, or at least weren't willing to give up what the Bucks would want. So it's fine. Then they got to the trade deadline, and all these teams lined up trying to make a trade for Giannis, and the Bucks kept saying, yeah, that's not even enough. Because everybody knew that you were only going to rent him for this year and next year, and then he can opt out and he can walk. Nobody wants that. But now that it's the summer, there's even less time you have with him. Nobody's giving up a lot for him. Not if he says to them, I'm not signing an extension with you. If he warns teams, don't trade for me, I'm not signing an extension, now all of a sudden the market dissolves to what? One team?
Mm-hmm.
So guess now who can control his destiny? Giannis. He can now tell the Bucks, that's where I want to go, New York. Make the best deal you can with them because nowhere else am I going to sign an extension. So no one else is going to offer you anything worth a damn. So what the Knicks have to offer that doesn't blow up the roster suddenly gets a lot palpable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it does feel like that blowing up the roster, which was certainly a concern in August, I don't think is the same concern in the offseason this year. If Giannis is true to his word that this is where he wants to play. And for the first time in this story by Shams on ESPN.com, and there was another story elsewhere about all the inner workings and what happened in Milwaukee and how the whole thing blew up, is finally public acknowledgement that, yes, indeed, the Knicks and the Bucks talked in August, and there was a potential for a trade where Giannis would have ended up where he wanted to go, which is New York. But it didn't happen. And now it's something that is going to be, to me, something to watch. And it might not be something the Knicks are pursuing, but it might be something that Giannis is pursuing. And I'm sorry. He's still one of the best players in the league. If he wants to play for you, and you can get him at a reasonable trade because of his leverage now, if you don't make it to the finals, how do you not engage? How do you not engage?
No, you have to.
Now, here's the other problem. I had a former NBA player tell me, be careful with Giannis, because what we're learning in this whole experience in Milwaukee, how he won't be the bad guy, he won't be accountable for wanting to be traded, that he keeps saying, I want to play. He refuses to let anybody see that he's just done playing in Milwaukee and would rather go somewhere else. He doesn't want that. He doesn't want to be the villain. That he might be a little too thin-skinned to play in New York. And that,
I can see that.
You know, guys, what happens the minute he steps in New York? What happens?
Everything.
Expectations, demand. The first game they lose. What happened, Giannis? How'd you lose, Giannis? What? He doesn't have this in Milwaukee. He never had to deal with this before. Now to be questioned about everything. Giannis, you missed 5 free throws, because he's not a good free throw shooter. And how many questions about his free throw shooting that he gets peppered with? Can he handle that? Or would he now start saying, well, I play hard, and is he deflecting criticism? So this one player kind of suggested is buyer beware there.
We've talked about that too, that he's he's that guy, but desperately doesn't want to be that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And Milwaukee's one thing, but he's been known like after they get beat. Is this the most important thing in the world? Like, yeah, to Knicks fans, it is the most important thing in the world. So we've kind of been a little suspicious of that. It doesn't scare me off because he's that good of a player. But I know hockey and basketball are not the same sport or even in the same level as far as popularity is concerned. But you think of what Mark Messier went through when he came to the Rangers. Now, he had 5 Stanley Cups.
Yeah.
Giannis has 1 championship.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the biggest players in the sport coming to your team for the sole purpose of slaying the dragon. Guess what next year is going to be? The 54th anniversary of the last time the Knicks won. Exactly how long the Rangers went without a championship.
It's so crazy.
So Giannis is going to come in here riding on a white stallion to slay the dragon. Whether he likes that or not, that's going to be the case. Messier ate it up with a spoon. Loved it. Loved the pressure. Loved everybody looking at him as the man.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't do it right away. As a matter of fact, they won a President's Trophy his first year, got bounced in the second round. Second year didn't make the playoffs. They're making fun of him on Saturday Night Live.
Booed
Seriously.
off the ice.
But Messier ate it up. Giannis is not Messier. He's not going to eat it up. If he goes through the first 2 years that Mess went through here, Giannis is going to be.
Here's the other thing.
He's going to be wanting out.
Here's the other thing. Messier came to a team and was immediately named the captain. Giannis would come to a team that already has one.
Well, this would be similar to Durant going to Golden State.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's Brunson's team. It was Curry's team.
But it was a championship team.
They already,
understood. But
right. They already had the pedigree, whereas here
they need him, and they'd be unloading other good pieces here to get him.
None of this.
But it would still be Brunson's team, right?
Well,
no. There's no question. There's no question. This would be Brunson's team.
You mean no question to who?
Right. To everybody except one guy. That's what you have.
What could go wrong? Just ask the Mets.
Well done. But that's why when you hear what Monica said there about blowing the team up, it might not be just roster-wise with the players you have, the pieces you have. It could also be blowing up the structure you have, the chemistry, the whatever it is that you have. Yes, this is a maddening team, but one thing you can see is, though, when they do get it right, they get it right and it looks good. What you don't know is what does it look like when you bring in somebody of his status and you're telling him, just so you know, this is not your team. This is his team. You're coming into his locker room. You have to fit in to play and help this team win a championship. And what he'll realize is when things go wrong, the first thing people will say is, Giannis, what happened?
Yeah. Well,
and what are you looking at me for? So that's the dangerous game. But again, if this team falls short, I'm sorry. If a guy who for 7 straight years was an NBA MVP finalist and won a couple of them wants to play for you and he's still in his prime, how do you say no?
No, you can't. But nothing is perfect. There's always going to be something to be concerned about. We didn't even bring up his Achilles, which is also something you would have to be concerned about, right?
He claims he wants to play. They're saying that he won't play.
But
there's a big mess going on there
cap
now.
injuries and what they could lead to, that's going to be a concern.
Yeah.
So nothing's perfect. You still have to do it. He's too good of a player. But it is interesting. And to Peter's point, the reason it's not a complete comparison to the Warriors is the Warriors are coming off a championship. It was Curry's team. Curry had the rings. It's Brunson's team, but Brunson doesn't have the ring.
Right.
And Giannis is brought in to win the ring.
Correct.
So
it didn't work. We need to go get this guy. Oh, by the way, hey, buddy, don't think it's your team. It's the other guy's team who was here when they couldn't win.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Durant was winning MVPs in the finals.
Yes.
And it was still Curry's team.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I don't think that would be the case here. If Giannis leads the Knicks to a championship next year and is the MVP, as much as Knicks fans love Brunson, doesn't it then kind of become Giannis' team?
Giannis is celebrated.
Yeah.
If
Giannis brings the championship.
If he's the finals MVP because he did what he did a couple of years ago against Phoenix and he just detonated in that finals and suddenly had a 50-point game after it looked like he messed up his knee.
Yeah.
He was making free throws. Remember the crowds would count when he was at the free throw line. They would count down because he took so long at the foul line that opposing crowds were counting to taunt him. And then he had that unbelievable game where he just didn't miss a free throw. And if he does that, we know he has that in him. We know. And that's what makes it intriguing. It's unbelievable. But that's where we are now, as the playoffs were a week away from starting a journey for the Knicks, which could either end in, okay, this team proves that they really do need more time. Keep them together. They got closer this year. Or maybe they did it. You never know. But if something goes wrong, and this guy in the summer or at the draft has got his agent, that you could see the end game beginning already in Milwaukee. They're doing stories on how toxic this season was. They have a quote from a source close to the team saying this is as toxic of a team situation as any in the league. They waited until the very end on Giannis, and now everyone knows. Everyone knows he wants out.
Yeah.
And so they know they have to now trade him. Not, do you want to trade him? Now it's they have to trade him. And you know what comes after they trade him? They're going to be in lottery hell for a long time.
Oh, for a long time, for sure.
They are going to try to get the most they can, and Giannis is going to decide where he wants to go. This is going to be a huge. I've been telling you guys this. Next summer. Remember I kept saying it? Next summer. This is going to be the story of the summer. It's going to be a dramatic breakup, and if he wants to be in New York, and I've said this from the beginning, he has to make New York happen. The Knicks can't be the ones to make it happen.
I tend to be on the same page as Monica.
You don't think it's worth it?
I went from feeling like more than any other player in this league, and that's right up there with Luka and now Wemby and Joker. He's an instantly make your team a contender kind of player.
There's no question.
I went from feeling that way to now, after just the way he's talked, I feel like I'm good. Like this lack of ownership, this lack of like being authentic, I just don't trust it.
That's why, and again, let's keep caveating. If the Knicks have a nice run here and they have a good run in the playoffs and they show you, then there's no reason to mess with the team. This is what's hanging over this Knicks team. What you do in this playoff run right now could decide whether or not the window stays open.
What's a good run? Conference final.
I think at worst a battle in the conference final.
Battle.
So they lose.
Swept in the conference final is a problem.
Still not good.
Yeah, because that.
Yeah,
and honestly, it's worth nothing at this point.
Because the conference final would be Detroit.
Well, and remember, they last year lost a battle in the conference final.
6, I believe.
So we got to do it again, right? At least that.
At least.
At worst. Yeah.
And the interesting part is,
and getting to the finals is really like that's the goal. And if OKC's there, you can understand it's going to be tough to beat that kind of a team. But if somebody else is there, Denver, who they've beaten twice this year, Spurs, who they've beaten twice this year, all bets are off. So
especially the Nuggets, they own the Nuggets.
Yeah, they do. It's amazing.
It is crazy.
So, but that's again, as we get ready for the playoffs, there's two things at play. There's this team and what they can finally accomplish now that we've waited all year to get to the part that matters. This is the Yankeeism now of the Knicks, which is all that matters is October. Well, here's your October. And then there's, if it doesn't happen, the Greek's waiting. And he wants out, and it's finally starting to percolate. And you are going to be at the top of his list. And you might have to go, well, we gave this team a chance. It wasn't enough. Time to make the move. So it's a very dramatic story, but the whole thing about what happened in Milwaukee is ESPN.com right now. And it's, I hate to say it, but it's everything I've told you guys.
We've been on this for a while, and it's always going to be a conversation. Certainly will be if there's an early exit. Let's go to Gil in Brooklyn. You're on ESPN New York. Hi, Gil.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How's everything going?
It's going very well.
All right, Alan, I don't know how close you are. Sorry about that, Don. Alan, I don't know how close you are to the practices these guys go through during the course of the week or whenever they can get a chance to go. But for this part of the year, and these guys supposedly not understand the system that they're running, I don't buy it. But two, I think they've purposely held back on what they do offensively and as well as some of their defensive schemes for the playoffs. Because what I saw last night, that's not something that you just installed and all of a sudden it looked good. I believe they're holding back that pick and roll with Brunson and Cat and not exposing it as much as they would if it was the playoffs. What do you think?
Well, I get that part, and you're right about this because Brown has said it. They spend most of the regular season not calling plays on offense. He was basically like, we have like a foundation, and then you play off that, like freelance, figure it out. And that's why there were times that the offense just looked lost. That's why Cat looked lost, because it was pretty much just play in the flow, see what happens. Last night was a little more structured with that pick and roll, but still it was flow off of it. And that's why there were so many turnovers early. But then once they got it, Atlanta didn't know what to do with it. So we'll see if they can keep building off it, because I loved it. I thought it looked great.
Chauncey in Westwood, you're on ESPN New York.
Hey, what's up, guys? Good show so far.
Thanks, man.
So one thing I can't, who knows what happens next, but one thing I can't understand about, or I can't stand about what they talk about the Celtics series last year, how it was lucky that the Knicks came back from 20 down in 2 games. Like, there's some 20-point mercy rule that I'm not aware of. Like, the Celtics played good enough to go up 20. The Knicks played well enough to get the 20 points back.
It's no way to live, though.
The game of runs.
Yeah.
You would agree that if game 1 they're down 20, you got to figure the worm's going to turn. It's no way to live. Maybe
Right.
It wasn't lucky because they did do it, but you don't want to live that way.
By the way, they did it twice.
Right.
Right, yeah, they go up 20 because they were actually shooting hot from 3, and law of averages. Eventually, they cooled down,
and that's exactly what happened.
Exactly. So, but onto last night, the main story is the Brunson and Towns 2-man game, which we've been clamoring for all year, and even last year, and we wonder where it's been. But Alan, let me know what you think about this, because I noticed that instead of having Cat with the second unit start the second quarter and the fourth quarter, it was Mitchell Robinson with that unit, and Brunson and Towns played together. So is that a thing where Mike Brown's like, okay, I'm forcing you guys to play together. I'm not staggering your minutes because we got to figure it out.
No, that's a great observation. As we're in the studio watching the game in the studio at MSG, we were all noticing the rotation was different, because normally you're right. Midway through the first, Cat comes out. Brunson plays the whole first quarter. Mitch comes in, and then Cat starts the second quarter by himself without Brunson. First half, they were tethered. And that rotation suddenly was different. It's also why they went up 7, then the bench came in, and the bench gave it all back, because I looked at the lineup he put out there, and I'm like, who's your scorer? They don't have Brunson and Towns both off the court. Who's scoring on this? So they struggled with that because they wanted to keep those two together. And that's the danger, is if you play them together a lot, now you don't have a creator on the court, a scorer, a main piece in another 5-man unit that can buy you some time. So that's also something you got to consider. But it's a great observation. They spent a lot more time on the floor together, and their offense was really good. Of course, the more time they spend together on the court, their defense is something that teams can pick on as well.
Well, Yankees are playing tonight, which was an interesting decision considering the Mets moved their game to earlier because of how cold it's going to be tonight. Aaron Boone spoke about that. Also, talk about the 7-2 Yankees. The A's come in, not a very good team, so the Yankees with a chance to kind of bulk up the win total. 1-800-919-3776. ENN at 6 o'clock. We're a full vehicle till 7 o'clock here on ESPN New York.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't my optimum 5, but price is still alive. 25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 8884-OPTIMUM. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Discover where your future can take you at SUNY Canton's Spring Open House on Saturday, April 25th. Explore exciting new programs like data science and analytics and cybersecurity, designed to prepare you for today's most in-demand careers. Tour campus, meet faculty, connect with current students, and sit down with financial aid representatives. Plus, attendees can enter for a chance to win a scholarship. For registration details and information about courtesy bus trips from New York, email admissions@canton.edu. SUNY Canton, your future starts here.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Still a slow crawl on the BQE eastbound, trying to leave Brooklyn and head into Queens. Still have this broken down car in the right lane by the LIE. Been out there for 3 hours. 2 tow trucks on the scene. Can't get things figured out. You stay packed on the eastbound LIE because of a broken down 18-wheeler in the center lane by the Van Wyck. Still have this issue at the Whitestone Bridge trying to head into Queens. Police department activity on the Bronx side. Jam there and backed up onto the southbound Hutch. Luckily, Mets game is well underway over at Citi Field. Yanks are home tonight in the Bronx if you're heading that way using the inbound George. Upper deck, just about a 5 to 10 minute ride. Worst of it's the outbound side. Cross Bronx westbound, jam from the Bronx River Parkway. Outbound Lincoln and Holland tunnels 10 to 15 minutes each. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The NFL draft is coming up on Thursday.
You bet your ace it is.
April 23rd. And New York's on the clock. The Jets pick 2nd and 16th. The Giants pick 5th. And Rick DiPietro and Dave Rothenberg are breaking it all down live. Join ESPN New York's Couchcast, the second screen for the NFL draft. Real-time reactions, instant takes, and everything New York fans care about. Watch along, react with us, and don't miss a single moment. ESPN New York's Couchcast on draft night April 23rd at 8 p.m., presented by Calandra's Bakery. All right, we found it interesting yesterday. That's the Yankees play in the same city, same temperature. The Mets decided today and tomorrow to move their games to 4. It's already 37 degrees as far as the feel-like temperature, and it's 5:30 and the sun's still out. The Yankees decided not to move the game.
Interessante.
Aaron Boone spoke before the game against the A's tonight. Was there any discussion about moving your games?
Not much. I mean, there was a little talk about it. We heard some things, but it's going to be cold here the next couple days, whatever time we play, so we'll be ready for that.
Now, let me be that guy. I know it's not Thursday. They were talking about it. And jump me if you want. And they're about to announce they're moving the games. But the Mets do it first. Do they go,
stop.
I don't want to be the other team that does it.
No.
We're not going to do it.
No. See, that's...
I know it's petty. I know it's juvenile. I'm just asking.
That's living rent-free, and that doesn't exist. You're going to hate this, but it doesn't exist in that direction.
Oh, yeah. That's why they're chanting Soto sucks over the weekend.
Well,
yeah, that can't happen.
I'm sorry. You asked me, did an organization make a decision? Not did fans make a decision?
Listen.
I don't want
George Steinbrenner.
Wait, the Mets?
Wait a minute. George Steinbrenner. I'm telling you, if George were alive, everybody thought, well, if George were alive, this is exactly how it would happen. I'm not having the Mets make that decision for us. They're going to play. They're going to move their games to 4. Heck, we're going to start our game at 10 at night. We don't care.
7:05. That's when we play.
We play at 7:05. Let that minor league team over there in Flushing change their game. I'm just.
We don't move our games.
I don't
our fans
believe
expect
it.
to play at 7:05. They don't expect to play at 4:10.
Because I'm really I'm having trouble understanding why they wouldn't move it. Now, I'm sure 1-800-919-3776. Maybe Yankee fans know. Hey, they sold more tickets. They don't want to. It's still a dog game, right? It's still A's. They're awful. The Mets are playing the Diamondbacks. Again, not an attractive sell. It's not like the Red Sox are in town. Not like the Phillies are in town. All right, it's pretty even as far as like level of competition is concerned. It's like general interest that New York has in Arizona and Sacramento / Vegas / Oakland A's. All right. So I'm sure the reason is, hey, we've got more pre-sale. Maybe they talked to their season ticket holders and said, we don't mind. But it just two organizations playing the same city, same thing, and one made a decision, the other one didn't. And according to Aaron Boone, it said like they flirted with it for a second, but nah.
Yeah, so we talked about it, but that's it.
So all right, so the answer is no to you. I'll ask Peter. Do you think the timing of the Mets announcing it first had anything to do with the Yankees not moving their game to earlier?
At the risk of being a bad talk show host, no, I don't think it did.
Okay. Now, I don't disagree with you. I just thought it was worth the ask. That's all. I don't think that they're that petty and that small to do it. But I just figured it was worth the ask. You're sitting around there. They're competition. And, hey, you're the Yankees, and you kind of lead the cause, right? Like, listen.
Is Somerset, are they playing yet?
No, I think this weekend is their first.
Okay. So you don't have any of that. So, like, I was curious to see if, like, anybody, like the Ducks aren't playing yet. Like, anybody else did the same thing that might be playing tonight?
It makes sense.
Minor leagues.
But, again, the logistics of the Yankees moving the game, I wouldn't doubt if they've got more of a pre-sale, right? Because this is the Yankees' first homestand. This is technically the Mets' second homestand because they played those 3 games at home and then they went on the road and they came back. This is still the first homestand of the year. So maybe the pre-sale made it so it was harder to move than for the Mets. Because, again, Mets-Diamondbacks, not overly attractive. It's not opening weekend. It's not the first homestand of the year. That probably is the reason. I just thought I'd ask. Why can't I stir it up a little bit?
Well, you're not because you're giving in too easily. I just told you that
because
is something.
I'm not playing. I don't play
that's
reindeer
something
games.
That would happen maybe the other way. But not this.
But why do
you?
they're
following the Yankees' lead.
But this is where
the Yankees
he ticks
don't
me off.
care what the Mets
Why do
do.
you say that?
Because it's true.
Well, what
you
evidence
talk
do you
about
have?
Fans.
What evidence do you have?
Fans. What do you mean? What evidence do I have? Because it's
other than you just being an arrogant Yankee fan.
Why would it be in my mentality to care that the Mets decided they were going to move the game and now I don't want to? Let me make my players and fans suffer just because I don't want to follow the Mets. No.
I think the more
we talked about it, and we're like, yeah, let's just play.
I think the more interesting piece here is what is the logic? Because I don't think
I don't know what the logic is.
I'm curious.
I think Boone said the logic. It's like it's going to be cold for both teams. We're just going to play.
Like that was on the ticket. That's what we sold. That's our schedule.
We're already ready to do this. Why mess up everybody's day?
I'll be interested to see.
I wouldn't be surprised if the players didn't say, you know what, I don't want to play early. Like, give me the morning. Like
I don't know. Listen, if it's a travel day, give me the day game. But I think most players listen, I didn't play baseball on a major league level, but we all played baseball. These are the days I don't want to play. 29-degree feel-like temperature, 20-degree.
It's not football.
It's not.
Windy.
This is not going to be fun for these players.
It's not like football where you see players go run outside for warm-ups with their shirt off, like let's hit some people. Baseball is not.
I'll be
that
interested
way.
to
Bay
see.
that year.
Listen, the Mets have flies at Citi Field right now, right? So obviously moving into 4 o'clock wasn't
how
a
are we
fight.
looking with this crowd?
Again, I didn't expect it to be great because it's still cold even with the sun out.
Even with the free tickets?
I'm watching the other TV where one of the thinnest basketball players I've ever seen is just knocking down one tray after another.
Evans.
But I'll be interested to see how many people are in the building tonight at Yankee Stadium because it's going to feel really, really
Are
cold.
you going? That's what I want to know. Who's going?
There's no chance.
Now, when I was a kid.
But even if you're listening, 800-919-3776.
You're going. Yeah,
I'm going to the game. I'm prepared. I got my hand warmers.
I want to know your plan. Yeah, take us through
or
it.
I need to know.
Now, I don't want to hear from people that wouldn't be able to go if they moved it to 4 o'clock because obviously you'd be biased and say, I'm glad they didn't change it.
Of course.
But if you were somebody that had the whole day free, were you rooting for them to keep it at 7:05 or were you hoping they'd move it to 4? 1-800-919-3776. I'd be curious to know.
Yeah.
But I think it's just human nature. I don't think it's to the extent the way George was. Like George he hated the Mets. He just wanted all the shine on his team.
But you really think they were twisting their mustaches like, oh, the Mets did it, we can't do it. Yeah. Like they don't care.
I would think so.
You're just doing the right thing.
But,
What's the right thing to do?
But like Peter, you said, I don't know if this is the right thing to do. Again, if it was going to cost them X amount of dollars, maybe it was just a financial decision.
I would probably lean.
But I would just think at this particular point of the year,
we could lose.
Nobody wants to lose money. But if you asked your players, that's who you'd ask, right? Like, do you want to play tonight, or would you rather move the game to 4 o'clock? But yeah, it's going to be cold for both teams. I get it, but how do your fans feel about it? How do your players feel about it? Like somebody asked yesterday, what if this was a World Series game? First of all, Fox wouldn't let you move the game. But is it a possibility that they might think, let's try to play this game tomorrow?
Haven't we?
I don't want to decide a championship based on, 29-degree feel-like temperature with 20-degree winds. It's not the way baseball was supposed to be played. I don't know. Just your thoughts. 1-800-919-3776. Leo is in the Bronx. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Leo?
Hey guys, thanks so much as always for taking my call. I called about Ryan. Ryan McMahon, but before I get to him, I just want to say thank you once again for two things. First of all, for giving me a chance with Anthony's drop with the moan, and for last month letting me call about my son Jackson being born. So I just want to say thank you for those two things, guys.
How is that? How is Jackson? How's that going?
You know what? He's great, man. He's sleeping in my arms right now. I've never loved anything like it, like him before, and I never loved anything like him before, and it's hard to sleep, but he's worth it. You know,
you can hear him in the background.
Yeah, he's
you got him right there, right? Yeah.
Oh man, he's the best. He's the best. Just put him to sleep, you know. But I don't want to waste too much of your time, guys. Just want to say about Ryan McMahon. Man, he's just right now. What he's batting like 190 something with the Yankees, and his highest batting average at one point I believe was like 250. I mean, it just sucks that we that we don't have a third baseman since A-Rod left, and I'm just concerned that we're not going to be able to celebrate 28 so long as Cashman is here, because he keeps having these he hits on Judge, one of the best players ever. But then we go 10 years without having a real third baseman, Chase Hetley, Torreyes, Urshela, and Donald. I mean, it's just I'm so frustrated to say it, but I've come to that realization that I feel so long as Cashman is here, we're not going to celebrate 28, man.
Well,
thank you guys.
I
can't argue with connecting those two, saying as long as he's here, we're not going to win.
Right.
Because it's hard to believe. I wouldn't put this on Ryan McMahon. I mean, he's a plus defender who's
that's the key. That's why he's here.
Yeah, he's here for your defense. You know he's going to not be a big hitter. They think he's being too careful at bat. It's almost like he knows. Like, I know I got to deliver. I'm not a big-time hitter, and I think he's being selective and careful. And this year more than ever, the Yankees have been actually uber aggressive on the base paths and at the plate. Normally, aren't they very patient, right, Don? Like, they'll work, count stuff. They want them this year to be a little more aggressive, and they want him to not go up to the plate and be selective and careful. They want him to just kind of YOLO. Let's just get up there and let's go. And, he's getting a day
the old
off.
YOLO technique.
Yeah, well, hey, I mean, what else can work? But he's getting a night off tonight. Rosario's going to play. And they got to get him just serviceable. But his glove is elite.
I was right and wrong, thanks to Will for calling my attention to it. The Patriots don't start at home until next week, but they did have a scheduled game tonight in Binghamton.
Oh,
the
bingo.
Rumble Ponies. That's the Mets AA affiliate. And the game tonight was postponed because of cold and wind conditions.
Up there in Bingo.
It probably is even cold. I don't know if you want to look it up, but I'm sure it's much colder.
Still have Binghamton.
They're going to have a doubleheader starting at 4:15 tomorrow. It seems like it's going to be a little bit warmer tomorrow. But
what we got in Bingo?
I am
31 feels like 16 right now.
Yeah, that's
a tough feels like.
That's different. That's completely different.
That's not baseball weather?
But it would have been interesting if the Patriots were home, considering it's the same organization.
Yep.
Would they have played? I'm sure it's a financial thing. I'm sure the Mets looked at the pre-sale for the Diamondbacks
I think so.
and said, you know what, it's an easier move. I wouldn't be surprised if Yankees-A's against the first homestand of the year had too high of a pre-sale to do it. That's probably what came down to it. But I wanted to stir it up a little bit. The reason I didn't take it to the hilt is I don't believe either that it was going to be that crazy. Another one that Will sends, the Rail Riders, the Yankees AAA affiliate, right? Because that's
Wilkes-Barre.
They postponed their game tonight.
Huh. Okay.
And it was their opening night because of below freezing wind chills and cold temperatures.
Let's see
so I don't know what the
let's see what it is in Scantron.
They're going to have their new opening night tomorrow, and then they'll play a doubleheader on Friday.
All right, it feels
so
like
that's the same organization.
See what it feels like. Feels like for a game tonight would be in the 20s
in Scranton,
and you're not doing that at a minor league ballpark.
No, because
there's a lot more to do.
Literally, nobody will go.
Right. That's understandable. But the Yankees are just we're going to play. That's it. We're going to play.
Your thoughts on this? 1-800-919-3776. Humongous ENN is coming up at 6. But just like the New Jersey Devils protect their home ice, Viking Pest Control protects your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. As the pest control provider and proud partner in the New Jersey Devils, Viking brings 45 years of trusted experience and expert service to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, and even mosquitoes out of your zone. Their local team builds a personalized game plan that actually works, and when you bundle pest control mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com, protecting your home inside and out.
It's about time delivery worked on your schedule. Same day, next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site, timing is everything. You order, we deliver. It's that easy. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. Ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Hey, this is Chevy, managing partner at Precision Solar. We believe going solar should be simple, and it should make real financial sense. We manage the entire process from start to finish and offer flexible solar payment options designed around your goals. When the numbers work, solar can lower your monthly cost and give you predictable energy for decades. And if you refer someone who installs with us, you can earn up to $1,000. Visit PrecisionSolar.com to schedule your free home assessment.
Let me say this. If you're an experienced superintendent in Jersey and you know you're better than the situation that you're in, Tricon Construction wants to talk. They're building serious multifamily, medical, and industrial projects across the state, and they're looking for leaders, not babysitters, real projects, real support, real backing from ownership. If you're ready to step into something bigger, go to triconbuilds.com/careers. That's triconbuilds.com/careers. And yes, it's confidential.
Smalls here. If it feels like everybody's sick right now, you aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt that you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right in your home. It includes prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs and other common illnesses. It's in your kit the moment you need it. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no lines at the pharmacy, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook and call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Order your medical emergency kit online in minutes and it ships to your door. Save $45 with my promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. Again, that's $45 off with promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. That's urgentcarekit.com/smalls, promo code SMALLS.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Join DiPietro and Rothenberg Thursday, April 23rd for a special couch cast of Round 1 of the NFL Draft, presented by Calandra's Bakery. The Jets and Giants have 3 picks in the top 16, and Rick and Dave will react live as the first round unfolds. From the big decisions to the big-time drama, catch it all in this YouTube-only exclusive, and it's all from Calandra's Bakery and your home for football talk, ESPN New York.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Now, Peter will tell you from way back that if I were to come back as anything, it would be a continuity director.
I tell you from way back, Don would like to be a continuity director. Sorry.
Queen of my nuts.
It is a good song.
What song is it?
Against the wind.
Bob Seger against the wind. Yeah.
Janie was lovely. She was the queen of my nights.
What? Can I ask the question?
Do it.
Why?
Why what?
You'd have to ask Jacob.
Why play
We're
it?
giving away tickets to.
He's retired, so there's no.
It was Anthony joking.
No, I thought we were really giving away tickets.
This would be something we'd give tickets.
No, that's why Anthony made the joke, and it was brilliant. I said, "Why are we doing this?" He said, "Because we're giving away tickets." But Jake, I'm just curious. Why Bob Seger?
There was a lot of wind talk. It was either Dust in the Wind by Kansas, Blown in the Wind by Bob Dylan.
I like where he's at.
Dusty May, coach, won the championship last night.
That was a good payoff. I enjoyed that.
I didn't know that would go there. Anybody? Oh, sorry, Don, you were saying something.
I'd be a
continuity director. Yeah,
and I think I'd be very good in commercials too. We saw it throughout the tournament. And congratulations to Michigan, by the way, beating UConn last night by 6 and winning their first national championship since 1989. When my co-host Peter Rosenberg was just 10 years old.
Ramil Robinson.
I graduated high school.
The Allstate commercial, in which the Duke fan goes to visit his new girlfriend's parents. And it's a North Carolina house.
Yeah.
What are we doing? So they know each other. They're dating. To the point now, we want to take the relationship to the next level, and I want to introduce you to my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't know she was a North Carolina fan.
No clue.
And he was a Duke fan.
No.
And you just so coincidentally happen to show up with a Duke shirt. Trying too hard, bro. Trying too hard. I get it's the tournament. And we want to get Duke and North Carolina involved in the commercial.
No.
You just skull. Don't be stupid. It makes 0 sense. They've meeting the parents that they probably did the deed already. Probably.
I mean,
easily. She might even be pregnant. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to get in their house.
I mean.
Oh, but I didn't know. Like sick yo-yo North Carolina fans with a shade to the front door.
Who has a
is
shade
NC,
on the front door?
But it didn't come up in conversation while you were dating this woman.
Yeah.
Morons. The scriptwriter should resign.
You know what
dope.
He's angry.
He is, but that was your interpretation. I had a different one.
What's that one?
Because of what he says.
All right, take me through
that
it.
He picked the wrong, that he chose the wrong school, which tells me he doesn't really like sports. Not really into sports. Not that kind of guy. He knew her family was like college fans and all, but he's like, I don't know what school. And so he remembered blue and just put on a Duke shirt, walked in and went, oh.
You know what? I wouldn't want to, for anybody,
he almost
even to
bothered me
speculate
because
I was
he felt
that
like
stupid.
he was so out of touch of sports that he was like,
Impossible.
oh, they're a Sporto family. I don't know.
It's a bad job by him.
You know what I mean? You have to hear what he says in the commercial. He makes it sound like I chose the wrong shirt.
It's like he did. He
I
had
chose
no
the
clue.
wrong person to write the script.
But not only that, one of the first questions I always ask is, if you're a sports fan, what teams do you support?
Yeah, who's your team?
And
how would it not come up?
It would definitely come up.
And
Your parents are psycho.
What psycho?
North Carolina fans.
Because think about it. Most people you date, their parents don't care that much about sports. They're active. They dress up for the
face
games.
paint in the
Let's
house.
just say that's.
But again, he doesn't really care about her because he didn't listen.
Yeah, but
she told him. He was like, they're talking sports. I don't know about this stuff.
All right.
Because he's out.
He's out.
All right, let's just say trying too hard, bro, Alan Hahn is right.
Yeah.
Okay? And he's not a sports fan, doesn't get it at all. All right?
Band camp guy.
But she knows he goes to Duke.
No, I'm telling you, he just got a shirt.
And it says Duke?
It just happened to be like,
No,
I
who
think
does
it's
that?
blue. They're in North Carolina. It might be Duke. I don't know. I'd throw it on. Well, it goes over, and he's like, I chose poorly.
No.
You know, it's.
That's all I got.
No, it is odd.
You think he just...
No, I just think that
there's
zero effort made. Write a script because they don't get it. They don't put anything together.
What company was this?
Allstate.
I'm looking right now. I want to watch it again.
And we're talking about it, so I guess it did its job.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you take pride in what you do. How do you write that script? Wouldn't you want it to make some sense?
Some sense.
Some sense.
Yeah.
But they don't think.
It makes
I don't know what it is.
sense.
I told you this a million years ago. I forget the car company. 4-wheel drive. Can drive through anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's snowing out. The kids look out the window. Snow day. They're jumping up and down on the bed. And the father goes, come on, 5 minutes, we're going.
Yeah.
What is he taking them to a school that's
BMW.
closed and the kids freeze to death like The Shining? What, just because you have a 4-wheel drive, that means the school just happens to be open for you, you idiot?
Alan is right. I'm watching the commercial. I'm not hearing it, but I'm watching it and seeing what the face is supposed to be.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about sports.
Right.
He got confused. She was like, my parents are big Carolina fans. He doesn't know the difference. And he got confused and he bought a Duke shirt.
Threw it on.
Thinking I'm killing it. I'm showing up in the Duke shirt.
Yeah.
They look at him, they go, it's North Carolina, jabroni. And then he closes the door embarrassed because he got it wrong.
Well, then she's got to straighten him out.
Well,
no, she broke up with him and he's in the car.
Yeah, he left on his
and
own.
he checks the text and he's like, whatever, girlfriend. They go, no.
Now, Don, you can still think it's a stupid commercial.
No, very stupid.
Well,
because, again, this is a read. First of all, it's a read. And you might be right.
That's what I think it's supposed to be.
But they say, I'm not a sports fan. So these are bad people.
Yeah,
they're sending the kid out.
Evil.
This could be the love of their daughter's life.
And no one can even laugh at it. They go,
where
why
is she
do?
like?
Not anymore.
And she's all on board. Like, she's like,
no.
Well, she's, no. He's not a sports fan. He's just an idiot. So what?
Well, it's like
it's dumb.
Was
it's
it
unfortunate.
Was it a
it's
blind
Duke.
date? Was that the first time you ever met her?
No, because they
can't.
They don't.
No, the whole
they
thing's
don't
stupid.
try.
No, they don't. But you know
they
how much
just
money that
put
commercial
it together, throw it together. They think we're all morons, and you know what? Most of us are. But for the few people that, at least on a good day when I'm not, I just notice you're not trying, man.
It's so funny. I just remembered because of this conversation that in like middle school, 7th and 8th grade, where I was very into just buying sports clothes all the time. Hardcore Redskins fan. Already loved the Celtics. Already loved the Penguins, but like I wasn't locked in. And I rooted for Georgetown, but I didn't go to Maryland yet. Didn't think I was going to Maryland. In fact, there was no Duke-Maryland rivalry yet. I just now remembered that I had like a Duke basketball shirt when I was like 12, 13 years old. And it struck me how fraudulent that would look.
It happens.
But like that team was so popular. We're talking 1991.
Oh, yeah.
It was just like you go to the store. They had Duke shirts. They had North
Grand
Carolina
Hill,
shirts.
Christian Laettner, yeah.
It was just like, I didn't hate them yet.
Starter.
I didn't know to hate yet.
Yeah.
I hadn't learned to hate.
You didn't learn hate.
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine who he met a girl. They were cool. Her family was cool. Went over to their house. I remember this. And he was a diehard Rangers fan. His dad was a big Islanders fan. And the kid wouldn't let it go. Wouldn't let it go. Like, just the dad was teasing him a little bit about the Rangers in 1940, blah, blah, blah. And then he starts going. And I'm like, but, like, chill. Like, it's not like you were a grown kid. We were, like, 17. I'm like, leave it alone. And he just keeps going. Now he's, like, under the dad's skin. Kicked him out. Girl wasn't allowed to talk to him ever again. Idiot.
But they were a fan. Like, why would the kid deserve abuse if he's not a fan?
No, he was messing with him, teasing him.
Right.
But then the kid's like, he went in. And it's like, no. Like, don't do that. He couldn't let it go. And I'm like, bud, we're going to get thrown out. Like, what are you doing?
Fandom does make you do crazy things.
Well, Zipper Key should have made you do smart things.
You know who knows what they're doing?
The old Zipper Key.
Rings End.
They certainly do. And what they're going to do at my house, by the way, brilliant by you.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought he was going to say ENN.
Yeah. No. Projects at the house. Come on, it's spring. I know it doesn't feel like it yet, but you get to spring, you start thinking about things that the house needs, updates, upgrades. We're doing a project right now. I told you guys we're replacing old windows that need to be replaced, putting a new one in as well. And it's really exciting, but what's most exciting is that we're dealing with a great company called Rings End. Now, why Rings End, you tell me? Well, you ask me. Well, I'll tell you, because they work with pro contractors who build and remodel for a living. That's why. Pros trust them, so we can too, right? They have premium brands in more than just windows, by the way. Doors, decking, paint, lumber, kitchens, all the stuff that you would need to do some type of updates, upgrades around your house. This is the place you want to go. They have built-to-last high-end product lines that the contractors rely on. They're not a national chain. They are local, regional expertise. They have 8 full-service lumber yards in Connecticut and Westchester County and 12 freestanding paint centers. Rings End's family-owned and operated since 1902. They have deep Northeast roots, and they support local builders and communities. Now, listen, if you can't make it to a store, just do this. Shop online at ringsend.com. Check them out, ringsend.com.
Prizes, flyaways, even
Cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
Discover where your future can take you at SUNY Canton Spring Open House on Saturday, April 25th. Explore exciting new programs like data science and analytics and cybersecurity designed to prepare you for today's most in-demand careers. Tour campus, meet faculty, connect with current students, and sit down with financial aid representatives. Plus, attendees can enter for a chance to win a scholarship. For registration details and information about courtesy bus trips from New York, email admissions@canton.edu. SUNY Canton, your future starts here.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of New Jersey is offering up to 25% off windows and doors and 0% financing for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends April 30th, 2026.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the night. We've got the Yanks home over in the Bronx, heading that way using the inbound. George looking pretty good. Upper deck, just about a 5 to 10 minute ride. Deegan already packed both up and down, heading toward the stadium with the volume for the outbound. George, outbound Lincoln and Holland tunnels, about 15 to 20 minutes each. Still have this issue at the Whitestone Bridge heading into Queens. Police department activity on the Bronx side. Jammed there and backed up onto the southbound Hutch. Mets game well underway over at City Field, but when things wrap up, plan for a slow go on the Whitestone Expressway northbound, heading over to the Bronx-bound Whitestone Bridge. Nets are home at the Barclays in Brooklyn. Your typical delays on the BQE approaching Atlantic Avenue. Over in Jersey, Devils are home tonight at the Rock in Newark. 280 westbound just slammed, heading over to 21 in the Stickle Drawbridge. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
My Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take,
but early detection allowed us to take control of the situation together.
Talk to your family about seeing a doctor. Go to alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting...
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Peter Rosenberg!
Hi, how's everyone doing? Welcome to ENN.
Ray Rowe.
You ever watch YouTube?
It's brought to you by Fanatics Fest NYC. Good evening, Don.
What's up, boys?
We got.
You didn't like the way that started, Alan.
Good evening, Don.
Hi, guys.
No.
Good evening, Alan.
Nochi was in the bowl that
gnocchi.
You didn't call it Nochi, did you?
I said Nochi.
Oh, my.
It was a bad day.
It's too bad Drop Madness is dead.
No.
Because that was...
that was tough.
Yeah. No, you don't deserve it.
No, but again, as we said, there is no quarter given on this show. Nochi was in the bowl. That
Gnocchi.
You didn't call it Nochi, did you?
I said Nochi.
Oh, my.
You can't let that go.
No, you can't let that go.
On CNN, they wouldn't let that go.
No. Didn't I tell it on the air, Don? Weren't we on the air when I told you that Natalie and I were at a restaurant during the pandemic, an Italian restaurant, and we overheard the woman in like across the way from us going like, I'm gonna have the gnocchi, and I was just like,
Now, why would you want to eat it if you don't know how to pronounce it at that length? You had to have had it before.
Or the waiter, and what kind of bad guy waiter? This is what you do. If you're the waiter and someone says, I'll have the gnocchi, but you do it politely because you're the waiter, you go, the gnocchi, yes.
Yes. Right.
And then she goes, I'm a moron.
Right.
And then we all have a good laugh.
I said gnocchi.
So like a good co-host would look, you mean...
No. That's not what we do. I go, excuse me?
You said, what did you do? Let's shine the spotlight on this.
I mean, did you say...
I'm coming up with trivia for the show, I just happened to
you have
slip.
More?
I think I gave you two.
Because Don, I didn't believe it. I thought
it was being performative.
No, I thought he meant something else. I didn't think he meant when he said Nochi. I thought, maybe it's another thing I don't know about.
I think I was combining two thoughts in one.
You know what you might be doing?
Being stupid.
Yeah, maybe. But Natalie's favorite dessert these days is mochi.
No,
you weren't confusing mochi.
Definitely not.
With nochi.
I was not.
You know mochi, Don?
No.
Mochi is like that Japanese ice cream. It's like a little thing of ice cream wrapped in like a little thin layer of it's like got a skin around it. It's really yummy.
Okay.
Low calorie, actually pretty low calorie for
I
dessert.
throw myself at the mercy of the court.
All right,
Pardon me, Your Honor, I'm in moron.
You were in Moronsville.
Yeah.
Population 1. Population out.
Population U.
Good evening to me and Don.
You think he looks better with the hair like this?
Fantastic.
And to myself. Each suck on the peel, just the most delightful experience.
It was something.
That's not right.
Each?
We know what it's about, which makes
now
it
I do,
creepy.
and that's what makes you guys bad guys.
Yeah,
but
I'm not going to be able to sleep.
That was me. I did that one.
As we know,
you don't
out
get
of context,
that's what it is.
Is anything goes.
It was a video of my daughter sucking on an orange.
Not
peel.
anymore.
No, that's what you say.
Not anymore. Nobody believes that.
Each suck on the peel, just the most delightful experience.
Really,
so
Peter.
you took a nice,
Really,
innocent
Peter.
moment and filthed it up.
Yep.
Thank you.
Have you met this show?
But that doesn't mean that lines can't be crossed.
Clown show.
Lines
The whole
were
idea is to
crossed
dance on the line.
Long.
You're
Good
an
evening.
habitual line stepper.
Good evening to myself. The Bushman?
What did I say?
That's right. Don had to have.
Yeah, where was Don?
What was Don's line about that?
Don, it was. You talking about
Bushman?
Bush?
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't. It wasn't nothing that we could make it a drop because there was so many guys talking at the same time.
The Bushman?
So it wasn't clear.
But what did I say though?
You didn't say we have Bush. You said. Alan said it was the decorated guy from college, won the Super Bowl, and then you said, "Oh, the Saints," and then you said Bush, and then you said who? Reggie Bush. But it wasn't anything.
Oh, that's nothing then.
Right,
nothing.
but because
Alan,
I work with filth bags.
Not you.
I'm
Stop
sorry.
saying. I didn't do anything.
No,
I
but
was sitting here listening to you.
No, but don't get upset.
You kept the whole time you kept going. I'm looking at you.
He's
I work
a
with
filth
filth
bag,
bags.
and
what
we
did
know
I do?
that what Busick did earlier. We don't work with filth bags plural.
The Bushman? I thought.
Don't
you
be
meant,
defensive.
Well, no. At the time, you said I was looking at him, and I thought you meant I was.
No, I saw you look at him.
I was trying to gauge
as
you.
if I said something wrong.
No, I was trying to gauge if you got it right. Oh, I'm a moron.
Right.
It's a shame that today is the day we ended Drop Madness because we already have 7 for next year.
For people that don't know, it's
Is that
dead.
official? We're just not.
No,
we're
it's,
gonna.
it's dead.
Yeah.
No, I. You know what I did? You ever watch One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Yes.
You watch the. If I give away the end, it came out in 1975. I don't know what the hell to tell you.
No, give it away. If you haven't seen it now, that's on you.
You know, walk back in the room, a zombie, and you know what? I put the pillow over its head and finished the job.
Oh, I'm a moron.
If we kept it going, it was basically unconscious. It had a lobotomy, and I finished them all.
And you know what? If we were to say right now, do me a favor. Call if you want drop madness. Call and fight for it. Tell us we're wrong. Tell us no one's gonna call. No. It's dead. You guys want it dead. You weren't interested. I refuse to now believe it was just Twitter. Anthony really busted his tail. Spent hours and hours, day after day, every week, calculating points, totals, looking at conference records, RPIs.
You suck, Busick.
Oh, so many different things, just to get to the big dance and have you people right in the face of drop madness.
So I killed it.
So and then now we have nothing.
It had a good run. I'm glad it was back.
The people have spoken. If the ratings are bad, this is what happens. You end up instead of being on a major network, you're on OLN.
Hi guys.
Well, think about how unfortunate that is, though, for all the teams that have worked so hard. The great illustrious history.
Well, the NIT. Did you know that it happened this year?
No, exactly.
See, it happened.
I'll be licking the television screen, licking it like it's ice cream.
If he was that bad before.
So many things happen.
Oh, by the way, this is not any bitterness of not winning. I knew I wasn't going to win.
No. What, Peter?
Carlin deserved to win.
I sent you a picture of my toilet, by the way.
And none of you cared. Think about Steve in Melville.
The last time I called up, I was not high. I was pooping in my pants.
Yep.
Think about that. For that to not exist next year? For Steve in Melville to not be able to publicly poop his pants like that?
That's right. Nowhere to go.
Where do you think the NIT was played, the championship game?
I still think you're kidding.
No, I'm not.
No, it was played, of course.
It was played.
I bet the championship was played. Major city or mid? Jacksonville.
No.
Close?
Very close to where the Final Four was played.
Oh.
Which is very interesting.
Very close.
Mm-hmm.
Madison, Wisconsin.
No.
Dayton, Ohio.
No. Closer.
In Indiana? Fort Wayne.
No, you were right the first time.
Ohio.
Right in Naptown.
No. Right in Naptown. Where the Pacers play. About 3 blocks from where the Final Four was.
That is what?
On Sunday.
They did that on Sunday?
On Sunday.
I used to enjoy
it. And Auburn won in overtime.
I used to
classic battle between Auburn and Tulsa.
Oh, like you dream.
Like you throw out the record books.
I used to enjoy is strong. But I used to get into the NIT because you know what it was? It's like, all right, what are you going to do on a Wednesday during the tournament? Right?
Mm-hmm. They were smart. But this, I don't recall ever seeing where we're going to play our JV championship in the same city as the. And maybe it's like, we're just going to steal from some of the people that came out to see this.
It was a thing anymore.
Yeah. So anyway, it did happen. So Drop Madness kind of going the way of the NIT.
So I'm hearing that the morning show wants Drop Madness.
They can have it.
Well, by the way, it was Don, you would know this better than me. You're the TMcast historian on this show. It was a creation under the K Show with RJ and Andrew.
Right.
If anything, it's RJ's more than it is this show. It's just his time slots. That's really the only stake claim we have to it.
Well,
and that you win all of them.
I'm not willing to give it up yet.
Interesting.
No.
Oh wow.
I'm not. That would be a
negotiation time.
I think it should be like cash considerations or future first.
Yeah. What are we?
I would definitely throw in some first round picks.
Oh yeah.
Have to. Cash considerations for sure, especially if they get a sponsor.
How much is it worth? 10 grand? Or take us out to lunch?
Well, that'll never happen.
Why not? We can come in early.
How about
we can come in early? Why can't they stay late?
How about Drop Madness for RJ? Straight up.
For RJ.
Wow.
That's,
you know what?
We bring RJ back to the show.
Suddenly there's controversy in the room.
What do you mean?
I didn't. These guys look at the faces.
All right, Jacob. So
who's
who's leaving? Is it me? Is it you?
Well, I didn't include.
I might be out there.
I didn't include it, guys. If I wanted one of you guys to go, I would have included you in the deal.
There's only 2 chairs.
Yeah, but
there's only 2. That's the reason we don't have enough chairs.
Yes.
You got to build a staff.
Chairs were one of the last things delivered to this studio, if I remember correctly.
I actually think you're right.
You know what? You're right.
If there's
not a chair, there's nothing. Anyways, I don't know. I mean, Don, did the phone lines blow up with people calling to defend Drop Madness?
Let me check. No.
Yeah, negative.
Negatory.
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
He gone.
Yeah, I was just talking to the president.
It's really important. See ya! That's where Drop Madness is going. See ya. Right down K's gullet with the cake. Well, the Spurs ruled out Victor Wembanyama from the second half of last night's 115-102 over the Sixers.
How many games has he played, Peter?
Mm-hmm.
How many? Right on the line?
64.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
That was because of a left rib contusion.
Yeah.
According to Mitch Johnson, head coach of the Spurs, he had heard nothing yet at the severity. He suffered the injury in a collision with Paul George near the half-court line with 10:47 left in the second quarter.
Update.
He
will not play tomorrow night, but is expected to play in one of the remaining 2 games, Friday or Sunday.
Now, could he just stumble onto the court and stumble off?
Got to play 20.
Interesting.
Got to play 20. Can't do the come in, tip off and then foul somebody and get me out of the game thing.
Got to play.
It doesn't count. Got to play. So, what's that look of disgust?
Garcia's doing some warm-ups, like he injured something, but it looks like he's going to stay in the game.
Well,
they can't
what happened here? Right. Peralta threw 100 pitches in 4 2/3.
Yeah, that's too many.
That's
in
a lot
too
of
little
pitch.
time.
I'm not a big math magician,
but that's a lot of pitches.
But that's a lot of pitches.
Yeah,
where I'm from.
So Wemby's situation is going to be interesting to watch because he has to get to 65 to be eligible for things like All-NBA, Defensive Player of the Year, which he's a lock to get. And he's still in the MVP conversation, although
should be.
Kind of feels like SGA is going to take that.
Bore us again with another. I got to tell you, Don, I don't like what's going on with Garcia's facial hair.
You don't like those types of beards?
No. Big beard, no mustache, no for me.
That's abusive.
Well,
that's not abusive?
Yeah, but it's he has the full beard. Anthony's is even weirder, if we're being honest.
Well, I don't think
it's just his chin.
For a guy that hates the 90s, Anthony has a beard style from the 90s.
Yeah, no, he should be like the bassist in Nickelback.
Yes.
Or the manager at a Blockbuster.
Yeah.
He gives it's giving 90s Blockbuster energy.
Right.
But this is not that.
Did you rewind that before you returned it?
Garcia has the full look. It's like the full big beard, but still no mustache.
You know what?
Wait till he turns around, Alan.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's a weird choice.
It's the facial equivalent.
Oh, that. Oh, I saw somebody
else.
It's
the facial equivalent of a person that's losing their hair in the front but still wants to have the long hair in the back.
Yeah.
Like the old man mullet.
So you're telling me that he can't grow a mustache, but he can still grow the beard. It's like, when this pulls backward, like Snoop Dogg.
It's a front mullet.
Like, remember,
he's right, it's a front
Snoop Dogg looks like you took his hair and pulled it back,
yes.
right? Snoop Dogg's
it starts halfway back his head. Yeah.
This is almost like you took the beard and just pulled it down and it all went down.
He lost the mustache and it's all in the beard. I just, with how many people have big beards these days, I guess I'm shocked at people's level of comfort like having that much hair on their face. I'm just shocked that anyone enjoys it. When mine gets too long by the end of the week, and I'm like, oh man, not just itchy, just you look gross. Just
Well, if you get it, if it comes in full and
then you're maintaining it, I get it, but.
More Drop Madness chat reaction, by the way.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, we should. The suggestion from our lovely listeners is we should get everybody involved every show. Well, we did suggest that when we wanted to bring it back.
We did.
I broached that with everybody, and it was met with just about as much excitement as the actual Drop Madness was, which was not much.
I thought it was an interesting idea to go across the different shows.
You'd have one. It's a bracket per show.
Now listen,
16 of the best drops. It would be 15 Don, and maybe you or Alan would get
with one, right?
Well,
now listen, we would still have gotten our asses handed to us because our audience has shown that they're completely checked out and don't want to play the game.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm serious. I will. This is the truth. I truly believe that Rick and Dave's crowd would have aggressively participated.
Think so?
I do.
Well,
I do.
T. Jones on Twitter said you can't give up Drop Madness. Those morning show hacks can't claim it. That's his words, not mine.
Wow.
Don't be swayed, he said, by Don I'm Good LaGreca.
Rick had a good one today, by the way.
What happened? I don't know what happened. But why Bregman not back?
That's not a sentence.
Why Bregman not back?
That is not a sentence. That was to Buster only.
What happened? I don't know what happened.
That was to
why
Buster?
Bregman not back?
They've broken Rick on that show, and if you guys don't know, it's because at one point, it was last year, he had a 47-second question.
Yeah.
And Rick takes things very personally. It's like, well, now my questions are going to be short. Well, that is certainly shorter.
Now he's jumped all the way up to why Bregman not back.
Knowing the way Rick formulates his questions, it was probably why not bring Alex Bregman back.
Why Bregman not back?
But it came out like
what happened? I don't know what happened. But why Bregman not back?
The whole thing from the beginning.
It's a quietly beautiful drop.
You know what he's doing?
He's preparing you. I don't know what happened.
He was sprinting to the question mark, and he tripped. Right? Like because he's caught up in now having concise questions. But
Jose Dross Jr. is also weighing in.
Yeah.
Listen, a few people are saying, "Oh, please don't go," but most of you don't care.
Right.
What are they saying on the YouTube chat? Does anybody even care to see the end of even our YouTube family? Like, listen, if you don't care enough to just go to the Fakakta Twitter page and click a vote, listen, I know I'm no big fan of Twitter either, but it's not that hard to vote. Now. Let's hear from Dan Hurley. Came up a bit short, but quite a run for his UConn Huskies.
To be one of the last two teams standing, I know a lot of people talk about, hey, it's better off losing the first game in the Final Four than losing in the championship. That is the biggest bunch of, it's the biggest bunch of crap. This is where you want it to be. Listen, it hasn't set in yet. On the flight tomorrow, it'll set in. On the bus ride back, eventually it'll hit you that you're close to pulling off, what would have been a historic third championship. But just this team just gave us so much this year, just didn't make enough shots.
I mean, honestly, losing in the national who the hell thinks it's better to lose the first game of the Final Four than the You get to be in the last game of the year. Yes, it sucks. You lost the championship. But you know what? You still got to the Final Four. You're still a national runner-up. Wouldn't you rather be on that stage than, we lost in the Sweet 16? A little bit easier. It doesn't hurt as much because we didn't go all the way. Give me a break.
I heard it a lot when the Giants were destroyed by the Ravens in the Super Bowl.
2000.
Like, I would have just rather lost in the championship game than to go to the Super Bowl and get schooled like that. I'm like, are you nuts? You won a conference.
Yes.
You beat the Minnesota Vikings 41-0 in your own building. That's still something.
I never understood. You know what? Again, it's those who can't handle like that kind of pain, emotional like distress of losing. It hurts too much to lose. No, it does. But there's still a journey. They're still getting there. Again, being the runner-up is nothing to be embarrassed about. And by the way, let's not forget what Michigan did to everybody but UConn in this tournament. 90-plus points, smoking teams, and UConn was clawing at them all game to a point where they took them down to the final minute. Like I'd say you fought valiantly, and it was impressive.
So hold on, I'm confused.
You okay?
So yes.
Tell.
So
right.
What happened? I want to know.
So Anthony, you're in green in there?
So I'm in green.
And you said
and I said
you said to RJ and Ray.
The chat tells me that you guys want Drop Madness. It's all yours.
And he said, well, first of all, I don't know why you said that because you jumped out the window way too quickly.
No, it happened.
But then RJ said, LOL, fake news.
Oh.
And then Ray said, absolute horse manure.
So who's lying here? I'm confused.
Wait, so in other words, not only do our listeners not want Drop Madness,
nobody else wants it either.
The morning show doesn't want it either.
Or at least they're not stumping for it the way that it was perceived of like they want it on the show.
Oh my
it's a dead stick. Let it die.
Yeah.
No. Can you play out that?
No, doesn't this sum up the whole thing, Don? That is Drop Madness.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was fun. No, if we had a great time. We'll still play drops at the beginning of the segment, but you people hate Drop Madness. You killed it. I just want everyone, this is an important lesson. In fact, I think it's important beyond even Drop Madness. Even with like some world issues that are big, you should pay attention to what you vote for. There are real ramifications, Don, and if you don't go out and vote, guess what you get? You get what you get.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys did not want to participate. I think last, 2 Fridays ago? We had negative votes. There were like negative 103 votes. That's it. Now you've offended the whole field. So we move on with our lives.
That's right.
Can we?
Now this is interesting.
What happened? I don't know what happened. But why Bregman not back?
No, not that. Something from Shams Charania. on what Doc Rivers had to say to the Bucks.
Don, listen to this.
Within their team meeting.
Then comes March 2. It was a game of a back-to-back against the Boston Celtics. Doc Rivers called for a team meeting that day. And the day of the game, this team meeting, my understanding is in that meeting, Doc Rivers implored his team, according to 6 people in the room, to look at my resume and, quote, Google me. I took teams to the playoffs and championship that weren't supposed to be there. I thought this was one of them. That was not well received internally. And that was just another example of the disconnect.
6.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I win. Google me.
6 sources in the room.
Damn.
Like, we're not talking about like 1 or 2 like bad apples. 6 couldn't wait to confirm the story.
Wow.
Damn. And by the way, Doc is going to the Hall of Fame. He has won a championship. He's been to finals. Like,
yeah.
It's not like him saying Google me. You don't need to Google Doc Rivers. He's Doc Rivers, right?
He wasn't talking about the Celtics, though, because the Celtics were supposed to go to the finals, no?
He won a championship with Boston and then went to a finals with Boston 2 years later.
Yep.
Lost to the Lakers.
So he meant the second Boston team? Who was not supposed? No, I meant who. He said I went with teams who were not
weren't
supposed
to go.
It was either.
I think he meant like conference finals and stuff.
Maybe the Clippers, like a conference.
Yeah,
because the Celtics were built to
but
go.
Those Clipper teams were really
the
good
08
too.
team was.
Yeah, they didn't.
Because then they lose like 18 straight the year before.
Yeah,
but then they got KG.
KG and Ray Allen.
Then they had Ray Allen.
That's not nothing.
No.
They did what Michigan did.
The
Celtics
just
went
the
into
Nets
the portal.
tried twice.
And
it didn't work.
I thought about them this week because someone posted them all out to dinner. Did you see that?
Who them?
Oh, the 08 Celtics.
Perk.
Oh, all them. Yeah.
Pierce, Garnett.
Right. KG and them boys.
Yeah. Rondo was out.
He was.
Yeah.
Right, that's
Rondo was there.
Significant. Now Ray Allen wasn't there.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, of course.
No Ray.
He probably was celebrating UConn.
No love lost
over
there.
the
It
weekend.
might have been James Posey. I forget who else was there.
Yeah,
but
sure.
But
Leon Poe.
Hold on.
That's a strange
I think Sam Cassell was there too.
Yeah.
Sam Cassell.
Not a strange pull.
Well, for that team, it's a strange
Brian
pull.
Scalabrine.
No Scalabrine invited for the dinner.
What?
I don't know if he was invited.
He just
or not.
wasn't
He
available.
was probably working. I mean, he does work
Could
again.
have been. Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, I don't know if Scalabrine was as important to the team as Celtics fans at games seem to pretend that he was. But I was just celebrating that team recently when I saw they had that dinner because someone was making fun of them like, I've never seen a team squeeze more juice out of one championship than that team. That team was unbelievable.
Who said that?
It was like random Twitter.
It was on Twitter.
It was a Twitter thing that went a little viral.
What do you guys always call the guy?
Yo-Yo Bum Show.
Yeah, sure.
And I was like, you realize how good that team
That
was?
team.
They beat Kobe and the Lakers, and that's a quality
Covered that
team.
final. That final was.
So I say that to say that couldn't have been what Doc was talking about because that team was built for championship.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not
What's
going to
sad is actually they only got 2 trips and one trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was more in that. There was
could
more
have been.
there. But the East at the time was really good.
But that's Doc just didn't say that right. Google me. I've done this before. It's not me. It's y'all.
Well, he's probably looking at the group and they're looking at him, and he's just like, I'm getting nothing out of them. They must not know my background. They clearly aren't buying into anything I'm saying. Maybe they don't know anything about me, which everybody knows Doc Rivers.
And for the record, I wish that people could be more direct because you have to imagine in Milwaukee, the biggest problem is what we spoke about earlier.
Yeah.
If your number one player, the star and leader of that team,
wants out,
is built the way he is, he wants out, doesn't take ownership. Do you realize how juxtaposed that is to the team he had in Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce? I mean, it's a different animal.
Yeah.
Like it's just Kevin Garnett was a crazy man, and frankly, the Greek Freak he's kind of good.
Yeah, kind of.
He's kind of good.
A little bit.
He got his championship, and he's kind of good.
Well, he looked around and said, we can't win with this.
Now, one more question that was asked, though, and Shams brought this up. This was also asked of Doc.
What happened? I don't know what happened, but why Bregman not back?
That'll do it for ENN. Michael Malone, by the way, speaking of NBA coaches, a yearly average of more than $8.3 million a year across that 6-year deal with North Kakalaki.
His annual is 8.
Yeah. It's going to average out at 8.
Oh.
Pretty big deal.
Wow.
1-800-919-3776 is the last call crew.
Yeah.
Take up till 7.
Yeah, you bet your ace it is. And also, ENN tonight was brought to you by our friends at Fanatics Fest NYC. Fanatics Fest returns to the Javits Center July 16th to 19th. Aaron Judge, Jalen Brunson, John Cena, literally so many I can't even name them. The world's largest sports fan festival. Tickets available now at fanaticsfest.com. And before we get to the last call crew, get your thoughts on the end of Drop Madness and so much more at 1-800-919-3776. Don't forget, FanDuel has your back with a special mulligan bet back token this week in golf. Once the tournament starts, you can turn any losing bet into a bonus bet for another try. Now you've got protection to take that sleeper pick or make a bold prediction. Backing someone to win it all, go for it. Like someone for a top 5 finish, you can lock that in with confidence because if it doesn't hit, you've got that mulligan in your back pocket ready to go. That's FanDuel.com/local to claim your special mulligan bet back token. 21 and over, physically present in New York, opt-in required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply, including token expiration. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils protect their home ice, Viking Pest Control protects your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils, Viking brings 45 years of trusted experience and expert service to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, and even mosquitoes out of your zone. Their local team builds a personalized game plan that actually works. And when you bundle pest control and mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com, protecting your home inside and out.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Pros, just because something on the job runs out doesn't mean you have to. Order it on the Lowe's app. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get free same-day delivery on eligible orders over $25. Get the fasteners, hardware, or tools you need to keep the job moving. Order by 2 p.m. and get eligible in-stock items delivered right to your job site by 8 p.m. Members get more at Lowe's. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to availability. Restrictions and terms at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
Attention, New York Verizon mobile customers.
Score a massive win with award-winning Fios home internet for an incredible $20 a month, guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON now. For new Fios customers with autopay, mobile, and home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios base monthly rate only. Additional terms apply.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Tricon Construction is expanding across New Jersey, taking on larger, more complex commercial projects and delivering at a big league level. If you're a developer who values precision, accountability, and execution, you need a construction partner who understands what's at stake, timelines, capital, reputation. That's Tricon. They're building the right way with experienced leadership, disciplined project management, and a team that shows up ready. Serious projects, serious results. Visit TriconBuilds.com, TriconBuilds.com.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
All right, this is one of my favorites. So what is the reason for this?
No reason. It came on shuffle earlier, so I thought I'd listen to it.
Your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze. Love this.
Mm-hmm.
I love this. There's a line. Turn it up. Turn it up. Age, a walk-on part in the wall for a lead role in a cage. That's always the question.
What was the question?
Do you want to be the big fish in a little pond, or the little fish? What is it? Little fish in a big pond, or what is it? What is the line?
The lead. Is it the lead role?
Well, you want the lead. Well, you want a walk-on part in a war, or a lead role in a cage?
That's what it is. Yeah.
What was the first one? So a walk-on part in the war.
In the war. It's walk-on part in the war.
A lead role in the cage.
Ooh, that is deep.
Right.
So it's like the big fish in a little pond. Like,
Yeah.
what would you
Would you want to be part of something bigger, or
be the man in a smaller space?
Be
Nothing,
the man,
but
but
it's-
also be controlled and in a small.
Yeah, it's even beyond that, though. It's the lead role
Where
in
you
a cage.
Can't get bigger.
But it's the walk-on part in a war, too.
Yeah. Well, you're part of something bigger.
Yeah, but it's also that there could be a lot of meanings there.
Yeah.
We never got to Mel, who was on with
You're crushed. I know you.
DiPietro and Rothenberg.
It's killing you.
Well,
You've been itching for this.
I want to hear it out. I want to hear it out.
Okay. Let's see.
Mel, are the Jets leaning Reese or Bailey at 2?
It's up in the air. I thought everybody goes back and forth on that. I know I have. Everybody has. We did our drafts. The field has had, Reese is in. Bailey's been in there with him. Then we see others having Reese. I haven't seen any other names. I've heard some people talk about Sonny Styles from Ohio State. If you're going to debate
already,
Yeah, because dude,
No, listen.
First of all,
lay
he
off the
sounded
coffee.
He sounded caffeinated.
No, you got it. You guys are being
Look,
generous.
he's in April now. You know, this is go time.
No, he needs a nap, though.
Now, I didn't hear the
No,
question.
my man
I
Mel.
love Mel.
No, listen, Mel is salt of the earth.
No, I love
Someone needs to say, we still got a couple of weeks. So tonight.
Pace yourself.
No, just tomorrow night. Tomorrow is a random Wednesday and full night off. I want bedtime 9 o'clock.
No, he's got another mock.
You can't.
Schrager just put a mock out, so now I got to put another mock out.
Okay,
like it's a mock war right now.
No.
By the way, he and DiPietro were racing to the end of the sentence together. The two of them this morning.
No.
Like it was just they were sprinting.
Hold on, can we hear it again?
Yeah,
I've never
not
heard.
sped up.
We've been playing audio of Mel Kiper on this station since the dawn of time, since before the signal
Maybe the first
existed.
ever time we aired a show.
And I've never heard him
this
at
is
this
knee
pace.
shaking, just completely twitching.
God.
That's up in the air. Everybody goes back and forth on that. I know I have. Everybody has. We did our drafts. The field has had,
It's giving me anxiety.
All right, wait.
It's like an Ultimate Warrior promo.
Now-
I mean, this is crazy.
Now, I didn't hear the question.
I didn't hear the answer.
The question, and the only question that should ever be asked,
are you okay?
To Mel,
is
to any of these guys,
is
who would you take it?
That's yes.
If you ask where the Jets are leaning, the only answer from Mel or anybody else is, how the hell do I know?
Right. But they don't do that. You
Because
you're basing it on intel that you gather
All
from
lies.
various sources that then you just kind of put together a guess.
lies.
And a
Now, the Jets are a team that they can be leaky, so I can't completely disregard any information that
remember,
might
a
leak
lot
out
of
of
this
there.
comes from other teams
But-
and what agents are saying and all that stuff.
Mel Kiper's expertise, please let's
Hear him
never
out.
lose this, is he has an immense amount of knowledge about the college game.
Yes.
All right? Talking to an NFL insider would be the better way to go because they might have contacts of who they may draft. It never, under any circumstances, behooves a general manager to tell you who they're going to draft, who they're leaning to draft. Matter of fact, their motivation is to lie to you. So I value the information. There is a perception, I get it from my boss every day, that I don't like the draft. I love the draft. In the moment, all this stuff leading up to it is just drives me crazy. Now, here is Dave's question to Mel.
Not this one.
No.
This is different,
this
but
is
exactly what you just said
Yes.
is what happened in this question.
Here you go.
I think this is in your wheelhouse. Walk me through, if the Giants were to make Dexter Lawrence available, what on the open market you think he could bring in return?
It's an Adam Schefter question. I'd have to ask Adam about that.
So, right there, very well asked question by Dave, and the only answer Mel should give. He's not Adam Schefter. That's not his job. That's not what he gets paid to do. He is not an NFL insider. He had incredible knowledge on the college game. But unfortunately, there's so much need for content on the draft that everybody's got to make comments. And I'm all for it, man. But I'm just trying to tell the audience, take all the information with a grain of salt. We don't know anything. Now, who the Raiders will take, they're the only team that can tell you because they don't have to worry about it.
Well, Don, to be
All right?
fair, each year, not that it goes chalk, but it goes according to expectation for the most part. There's
For the most
one
part,
or two
but
surprises.
I will tell you.
But it does kind of follow what everybody has heard.
But last year should have blown the whole thing up. When you see Sanders drop, not in the first round, to the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth.
But that was the one that I remember. I was very close to this last year.
Very passionate.
There was a lot of arguing about the value of the player versus what he was valued at,
True.
not as a player.
Hey, there was momentum.
And it
you're
became he could, but I don't know. Like there were a lot of experts that were so uncertain, but just couldn't believe that someone of his capability at a position that everybody's desperate for, that people would just pass on him. They thought somebody would take him, and then it just kept going.
There was a lot of speculation as we
Aaron
got to
Rodgers
the day
all
of the
over
draft that he could drop to the Giants at 25.
That's right.
Or if the Giants traded back in. You know what I mean? Late in the first round.
Yeah.
Nobody saw him drop like a stone to the fifth round.
It's crazy.
Again, I'm not trying to devalue these people. I'm just telling you there's a thirst for knowledge, but we've got to relax. All right? There's so much unknown. Read the tea leaves, read the scouting reports, watch these players play, root for who you want your team to draft.
Well,
but once we get to the draft, man, that's when it's on.
Yes, but that's why heading into it, if you're telling me the Jets at number 2 are obviously not taking a quarterback, their options will be a couple of guys on the edge that could be game changers. David Bailey's one, and Arvell Reese is the other. We've heard Reese's name more than we've heard Bailey, but
That's
then
true.
after the combine when Bailey just jumped off the charts with all his measurables and all the athleticism. Now all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, this guy's a beast. And now it's the two of them. And so as a Jets fan, it just makes you wonder, well, you want to get this one right.
No,
because you don't want to take the wrong guy.
But nobody knows what the Jets are going to do.
No, but it's if you know that these two guys are most likely picks, as a fan, now you're starting to do your research on these guys. You're trying to figure it out because it's a pretty exciting thing.
No,
you could get a game changer right now at the number 2.
I'm not telling you not to do your homework.
Okay.
I'm just telling you all this speculation from the pundits is just that.
You don't like again, the Jeremiah Love thing between the Titans and the Giants?
But I'm going to tell you, there's a level of disappointment I would have. If the Giants take Love at 5,
right,
that tells me they leaked information about Love. That's not a good thing. And if they want Love that bad and he gets taken at 4, then what?
Well, how do you know that the Titans aren't saying, we hear the Giants want him, and so...
I don't know.
Well,
what I'm saying is that listening to all this misinformation, I'm not buying into it because that's all it is. It's a distraction. Right. It's trying to get you to think off of what actually is going to happen.
As someone who covered a lot of drafts and had to get information, okay, before I was into broadcast, I host the draft now, the NBA draft.
Right.
But when I was covering it as a reporter, I didn't ask Donnie Walsh, hey, who are you taking with the number 8 pick? He's not going to tell me. None of the scouts are going to tell me.
No.
Agents, other teams, players, like you get information from people outside the organization who say, we had him in, he told us this.
Right, and let's be honest,
and you trust
you
them.
Get that information from poorly run, leaky organizations. If you know what you're doing as an organization.
Every organization has somebody that tells you something.
No.
Every organization.
Not the well-run ones.
Every organization.
Yeah, you think they're all button. Everybody has to have someone.
Organization.
They don't want you to know who they're taking. They're not going to let you know who they're taking.
Listen.
But they're not telling you who they're taking, Don. They're telling you what they're hearing about the team you're asking about.
Right. So it's not.
And then they're asking you what you know, and it's all this.
Listen, we're not going to come
to
it. Listen, all the agent could tell you is like the Giants. Love got a phone call from the Giants saying they're interested. Doesn't mean they're going to draft him. How would the agent know any more than that?
Okay, that's all.
You can't negotiate with him.
I start
all
there.
right.
Now I find out.
But now we know because all the Giants are talking about is how much they love Love. So what's the difference?
Love.
We all love.
But the fact is, if they take Love, then that tells you that they didn't care that everybody knew. And I had no problem with that with Barkley at 2 because everybody knew Baker Mayfield was going 1, so they didn't have to worry about it. But at 5, now all of a sudden, if they leaked out information that they wanted Love and then Love goes at 4, then what?
But why can't the Jets play games at 2 then? Same thing. Why would the Jets need to play games?
I'm just saying.
If they already know Mendoza's going 1s, we're now getting the best position player.
But you admit
the game.
they're games. They're games that are being played that I just don't want to play.
I'm just asking, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they just straight up tell us what we're taking? Why would it matter? It doesn't matter. They don't have to worry about anybody else taking their guy.
Only because I'm not even 100% sold, and neither is anybody else, that they're going to stay at 2.
Oh, wow.
Right?
That would be dramatic.
Well, who knows?
That would be dramatic. No, I'm saying that's why that excites me.
And I also think that what Muji and what Glenn is trying to do is they're trying to be buttoned up. Right? So they don't want to leak any information because that's what the problem's been with that organization forever.
Yep.
So they would probably like to keep it as close to the vest as possible.
What you just said, movement.
We have Dave's question.
Exciting.
To find out if he asked it properly. And close out your calls. A couple of people want to defend Drop Madness. Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Hi, this is Chevy, managing partner at Precision Solar. If you're looking at solar in New York, New Jersey, or Connecticut, here's what actually matters. Real numbers, honest answers, and a team that handles everything. We manage the entire process from start to finish. Designs, approvals, installation, and even a brand new roof if you need one. We don't sell you more than your home actually needs. Just smart systems designed for long-term savings and predictable energy costs. Visit PrecisionSolar.com to schedule your free home assessment. Precision Solar, built to perform for decades.
Discover where your future can take you at SUNY Canton Spring Open House on Saturday, April 25th. Explore exciting new programs like data science and analytics and cybersecurity designed to prepare you for today's most in-demand careers. Tour campus, meet faculty, connect with current students, and sit down with financial aid representatives. Plus, attendees can enter for a chance to win a scholarship. For registration details and information about courtesy bus trips from New York, email admissions@canton.edu. SUNY Canton, your future starts here.
Hey fans, on Sunday, April 19th, when the Yankees take on the Royals, take your family out to the ballpark for the chance to receive a very special kids giveaway. It's Hershey Park Kids Ticket Giveaway Day. The first 10,000 kids, 14 and younger in attendance, will receive a Hershey Park Kids ticket, courtesy of Hershey Park. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. That's the Yankees and Royals on Hershey Park Kids Ticket Giveaway Day, Sunday, April 19th. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. I'm big on having the right game plan on the ice and at home, which is why I use Viking Pest Control myself as the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils. Viking has been protecting homes for over 45 years with expert pest control service and solutions tailored just for you. From ants and cockroaches to rodents, stinging insects, and backyard mosquitoes, Viking keeps pests out of your house and out of the play. Bundle pest control with mosquito services and save big. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Viking Pest Control, protecting your home inside and out.
Wow, that's a lot of distractions. Why don't you just focus on the road?
Relax, I'm a great driver.
What about other drivers? Not everyone's a great driver.
I can watch out for them. I'll be fine.
Watch out! In 2023, more than 3,200 people died due to distracted drivers. Keep your eyes on the road. This message brought to you by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
NBA fans don't just watch the game, they live it. So stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass, your ticket to all the action. Watch your favorite team shine and catch the league's brightest stars and rising stars at the same time with multi-view on your favorite devices. From the plays you can't believe to the most live games and the drama that comes with it. If it happens on the court, it's happening on NBA League Pass.
Only select out-of-market games available. Blackout restrictions apply. Additional charges and other conditions may apply. Visit NBA.com/subscriber agreement for full terms and conditions.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
All right, let's hear.
Come on now.
Dave's question to Mel. Was it A, what would you do at 2 if you were the Jets, Mel? Or what are the Jets going to do at 2?
So I think these are the questions you're going to be asked ad nauseum as we get closer to the draft. Jets 2, Bailey Reese, as we sit here right now.
I have no idea. That's the answer. But that wasn't the answer.
Wait, we just got the question?
He was curious about the question. I was curious whether the question was what would you do or what are the Jets going to do?
And he said, what would you do?
No, he said
what are the Jets going to do?
What are the Jets going to do?
Yeah, and he just throws out 2 names that they're going to pick from, more than likely. And that's it.
Need to draft soon. It's almost there, Don. Soon. Let's go back to the phones. Mr. Ray in the car. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey Ray.
I'm here to defend Drop Madness, guys.
Okay, try.
I think honestly, what's going on is just
it's wrong.
It's about timing, and I think what we need is maybe a little break, maybe a year or so, while you guys build more chemistry. Because I know you guys love each other, but you need to build more. And I would bring back the old format, right, of having a Don region, Peter region, Allen region, and another region. And that would be, Anthony. It could be Jacob. It could be the callers, et cetera, et cetera. It should not, though. Even though, ironically, it should not be something like the Carlin drop that didn't happen on the show. I think the qualifier should always be something that's on the show. Bring back the old format. Once you guys develop more, maybe like I said, maybe take a year break, and then in 2 years you might have enough drops there that Anthony could
but
play
here's the
around
thing.
with.
Here's the issue.
We took a year.
Yeah. Here's why I disagree with you, Ray.
Okay.
Like, I'm not saying that our show doesn't need more time to develop in a general sense, but as far as Drop Madness goes, I think this field was stacked. This was a great field of funny drops, and we've always had drops that came from outside the show. So I hear you, but I think you're making excuses. The fact is, people were either not into it, or Twitter was just the absolute wrong mechanism.
Yeah, maybe.
I appreciate his effort, though, Mr.
No,
Ray.
me too.
I appreciate it, too.
He gave us an honest effort, and we have to appreciate that.
How about
that he cares?
Jonathan L.A. doesn't want to see it go away.
Hi, guys. Guys, the fact that you guys are even touching this, this subject, it's nonsense. We can't lose Drop Madness. Please, this is one of the, I love the show. I call in a lot, but the thing is, this is one of the best things that I love from the show. I don't like it. I love it. Last time I was at a few Fridays ago, I was driving, was having my wife. She knows who you guys are, but she doesn't listen to the show. And Peter was going through the drops, and she was cracking up. Now, guys, probably the boat saying as much, but who gets on Twitter or X or whatever it's called if you're not a superstar, if you're not a famous person? I don't really get on. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm sorry, but I just voted like 3 times. But when it's on YouTube on Instagram, I did vote it. But guys, please don't drop Madness, guys. Please. Oh, Alan, happy Slitty Day.
Well, I do.
Thank you, fella.
I do like people calling in because that shows that you're making an effort.
Right.
But we did take the year off.
LaDon James.
And I understand that maybe there's a different way to vote.
But he does make an interesting point. If you're not someone who's like of note or a complete yo-yo who likes to fight with strangers online, I feel like regular people are leaving Twitter. I do feel that. But you know what? It just hurt.
What, Peter?
I said it hurt.
Oh, man.
Do we do email vote? Do we do call-in vote? Yeah.
Listen, we got a whole.
You got to present your ID.
We're still making the drops. The drops are still going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So we'll reconvene at some point.
You suck, Busek.
I know this is a mistake, but let's try. Richard of Manhattan, you got a minute, buddy. What do you got?
Fellas, I got one quickie.
Go ahead, Richard.
What's up?
Don, Peter Allen. Peter, the team that got the most juice from one championship, the 86 Mets, from 84 to 91, 8 years, they went to one World Series. From 96 to 2003, the Yankees in 8 years went to 6 World Series. You put the talent on those Met teams compared to the Yankee talent, the Mets had much more talented. Fellas, winning is everything except in the NHL. The Pittsburgh Penguins have 96 points, and they have 40 wins. The Devils have 83 points and have 40 wins, but they're out of the playoffs. The Islanders have more wins, 42 wins, and they're out of the playoffs than Pittsburgh. Unbelievable. Winning is everything. I'll leave you on one last one.
All right, hurry.
Tom, Walt, and Joe.
No, we could have. I just didn't need the music.
We literally discussed
Don, it's okay. It's okay. I don't think you missed out on the match.
Hot dog.
We discuss the NHL?
The joke is that the Kings have 19 regulation wins, and they're in the playoffs right now.
Regulation,
which is unreal.
But
wait, they have 19
regulation wins. They've won games in overtime in the.
Wait, how? That's an insane.
But
ridiculous.
They've got a lot of losses in overtime. Penguins have like 16 games. Listen, it's about points. It's always been about points.
Take it off.
Part of the double problem. This will be the first time ever that they've had 40 wins and won't make the playoffs because they've only lost 3 games in overtime of the shootout.
That's so crazy.
Because it's still about points. It's crazy. Listen, I would go back to just, all right, we ended a tie. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got tomorrow at 3. And again, same thing. We'll start off on 8 to 80, and then we'll eventually be on Twitter, on YouTube, and also the app, which we're on all the time anyway.
That's right.
On ESPN New York.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids.